Hello, one and all, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Mice and Murder. I'm Sully, I am your humble dungeon master, and with me, as always, are our Sylvan Sleuths. Say hello, Sylvan Sleuths.
Hello.
What up?
We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that some point. We have to. Gang, last we left off, it was a showdown in the study. It was a hoedown in the drawing room. It was a moment of revelation. Detective Edmund Cross showed the world that indeed it could not have been solely Mrs. Molesley who could have been responsible for the murder of Squire William Thornwall Brockhollow. No, indeed, with the revelation not only of Miss Molesley's mole-centric epilepsy, which with bright light stuns her into a period of not being aware of her surroundings and losing her short-term memory for a spell. We also found a number of clues scattered throughout the study. The stab wound that at first glance was a bloody mess, but upon closer inspection, a much more precise incision like that of a steady hand. Inside the cavity, a piece of metal. An old piece of a bullet next to the squire's heart. The revelation of a secret door leading from the dining room hallway into the study. So it was true that not only could there have been Mrs. Molesley and Squire Badger within the study, but there could have been someone else as well. And last but not least, making a quick assessment of where everybody was within the grounds, we discovered that a number of suspects came about right away, aside from the guests of the party, all with their own alibis. But our PCs, who each were unaccounted for during the time of the murder. Fingers pointed all different directions. And then at the end of the session last time, Detective West was able to palm a little something off of the body. We return to the scene of the crime. Guys, you are kind of all strewn about the house. The house has been locked down. Yeah, like strewn all about the house. You're kind of just like located everywhere. Where is it next that you guys would like to investigate? You didn't do a full investigation, but you did reveal that the secret passage that was in the study does lead to the dining room hallway.
So
I'm going to the passage.
Okay.
is that where we all left off? Was like in that little like?
So
not
not
hallway?
everyone was in the study when you guys found well, actually, I think you all were in the study.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you were all in the study. One of you, pulls the book, loud click, it swings open kind of like a large door. You see that there's a small little tunnelway in there, very, very small, like a little short little crawl space, with a small like hatch or handle on the other side. It clicks and turns, and it slides open. All this like dust, like ancient dust, all strewn through here. Couple of like you could see that there were footprints that were going through here, so somebody was using it. But yeah, it takes you out right on the other side into the dining room, like right by the dining room door.
Can I ask you a few quick questions about the secret passageway?
Yes, you can.
So, as I recall, last time you said that there was like a statue in the dining room that was blocking the passageway.
Yes.
Was that same thing in the study, or was it just the bookcase itself that
No,
moved?
so the other door, essentially what you're asking is like what the other door is in the dining room side of it, is a whole section of wall, but in front of that wall connected to it, it looks like just like a statue. It looks like an old badger royal that probably lived in the house at some point.
Is there a similar statue also in the study?
No, the bust in the study is a dog. It's like a big old hound dog.
It's a dog.
Yeah, it was
can-
this. It's a statue of Barcus Aurelius.
Um, can I investigate the statue in the dining room? I
Sure.
would like to determine if it is also a counterfeit.
Give me an investigation roll, please. We're starting off strong. Um,
Uh,
14. It doesn't seem to be a counterfeit per se. It's definitely not like for sheer weight alone. There are other statues in the dining room, and behind them these massive paintings. Behind them, probably like, what they look like as a painting, what they look like as a statue, just like in like memoriam of the of Badger's past. And it's lighter. It's definitely lighter again because this is like a secret door passageway here. So for the weight alone, be like opening this door with a massive statue, probably like if you were gonna make a secret door with a statue in front of it, the statue could probably only be a certain like weight. So it's definitely lighter, but so that it could be moved. But it's not like it's counterfeit in the sense that it's not full like filled stone like the other ones are.
Oh, it's hollow.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the word you're looking for. Hollow.
Follow-up question. I don't know if you'd want me to re-roll that investigation check to determine this, but can I tell if it was made by the same person who made the bust?
You're welcome to re-roll. I'm gonna tell you this now. This is gonna be a meaty DC. It's statues are one of those mediums that unless you like leave a signature, like busts always look like busts. And statues of this caliber always look like statues of this caliber. So unless the person like leaves a name or a signature, that's the word, a signature on it, it's going to be like almost impossible to tell.
Well, meaty DC, possible. That's a possibility. 24.
It's hard to tell. You can tell. I'll tell you this. You can tell that the bust and the statues, all the statues in this room, were made by two separate companies. The stone is like a different color, so they probably used a different stone or like a different concrete. So they're not made by the same company or the same whoever he being like who put the statues in originally, whether that was Squire Badger or his late father or his late grandfather. Whoever they hired to do them, they were two different people. So like, like what you can just tell just by looking. Like one is much smoother than the other one. The one's a little bit more coarse, especially after being thrown on the ground 3 times. But yeah, you can tell. It's made by different people, but like who made it specifically, that would be like impossible to tell without like a signature.
Okay. One last question. There was a book on the shelf that was the trigger for the door on the other side.
Yes.
Can I ask what book that was?
Ironically, you're looking at it, and it looks like it's a list of thesauruses. Is that the plural for thesaurus? Huh?
Thesauri?
Thesauruses. And you see that it's in numerical order, so it's like volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, blank, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7.
Blank.
So it looks like it's the exact same binding of the other books, but it doesn't have a title on it. So like essentially like it's put with all of the other thesauruses to look like it's part of the overall like collection of them, but you immediately like because you've already pulled the book out. On the side of it, it just says the Britannica on it on the side. But where it says volume, there's no number associated with it. It looks at a quick glance, it looks like it's part of like the overall collection, but you're like, oh, there's no number on this one. You pull it, there's not even pages in the book. It's like a metal casing for some sort of mechanical contraption that would like open the door.
Okay. And one actual last question.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
yeah,
It's,
this
it's,
was the
it's
last
No,
one.
no, I'm not.
investigating.
I don't care
The
on how many questions you
anticipation.
take. I just love that you keep saying "and the last time."
Okay. No. Because those were all study related questions. So now I just want to know, can I determine what the switch for the door was in the dining room?
Yes, you see that the contraption, again, much like how it's built into a book on this side, that like lever. So that's what it is. It's like a lever system. The lever on this side is the book. You pull it much like you'd be pulling a lever. So you would need to pull something. You would need to pull something on the other side as well. And that thing is like the mouth of the statue on the other side.
Okay. Know what to be looking out for.
DM.
Is there anything else in the room that looks like the lever that we pulled?
Yes, there are thousands of books all over the floor. Some of which are currently on the corpse of Sir William Broccoli.
Oh, I forgot.
DM.
Funny.
I'd say at this point, some of the
But there's
maid
a blanket
staff
over 'em.
has kind of come in and started like to not clean up the scene, but like obviously because they don't want to like contaminate the crime scene, but they have taken the books off of him. So he's not like your guys are like desecrating a body horrifically.
He goes, you said you cut out his heart. Why is there trauma to his head?
So he didn't. He stabbed himself in the chest. Why is his head bleeding? Yeah. Edgar, you had a question.
I had a question.
I did.
On whoever has a question, hit me with it.
Well, mine's not a question. Mine's something I wanted to do since last session.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Do you remember what I said I was trying to do when you ended the session?
Poke the ceiling?
No! I'm going to the secret passageway and I'm looking in the dust.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Give me
right.
a investigation or perception. Choice is yours.
I also want to say before I roll this, I want to like look at it. If there are footprints in the dust, I want to like size it up and try to make like a mental note. But I'm also going to like just glance over my shoulder at anybody who's in the room to like look at their shoes.
Okay, like go ahead, give me the roll.
So still an investigation or perception.
Yeah, like I said, it's up to you.
Oh,
Oh my god, I watched that fall from a nat 20. Oh my god. 19. So you're looking through the dust. You notice that one thing here. There's not just dust in the crawl space. It is dusty in here. So it doesn't get cleaned in here. So you get the like just your detective like mind going to work. It's pretty clear that the maid staff like who clean the house probably don't know about this. Otherwise, it would have been cleaned. It's probably something they would have done unless given strict order not to. You find something like it's dust, and then crunch. Your foot like crunches on something. You pull your boot up. It is small, like incredibly like undefined small, like glass. It looks like a powdered glass.
Huh.
Yeah, just like all of this glass mixed in with this dust, and you see like there are footprints in here, like to and fro. So whoever came in and did whatever that they needed to do, like to help commit the murder, escaped the same way.
But there's nothing I can judge from the footprints.
They've got small feet.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, like we're all animals, so it should be.
Do they
easy
look
to-
like rabbit footprints?
Give me
I didn't want to come out and say that, but that's what I was kind of trying to ask.
So I will. Here's another thing I will put up to the group for you guys to do. You are a mix of classes, specifically bards, monks. Sergeant Greer is a monk. So bards, rogues, monks. Rogues.
cleric.
you and the cleric. So those of you who are rogues can speak to each other if that's something you want to do. You may speak to each other in Thieves' Cant. That is something that you can do. It is so if there's information you wanted to give to one another, without trying to like arise any suspicion of the passerbys, feel free to speak in Thieves' Cant. Otherwise, you're risking stealth checks, because tensions are super high. Nobody knows who's the guilty party here. Everybody's listening to everyone. So unless you, like I said, unless you're talking to somebody like using Thieves' Cant or actively hiding, there's a chance someone might hear you and say something to someone else. Just something I want to put out there before. But Detective West, you wanted to look for like the size of the footprint, correct?
That was
Yes.
Okay. It's
Wait,
not a huge secret passage. The bookcase is big, but the actual passageway is not. If you would like, give me a nature check, please.
I almost forgot
Nope.
what campaign I was in. I got so excited. Why are you making one?
Because I asked.
Okay. You're unable to tell what animal it belongs to. It's just that, but you are able to tell that they are small feet. So, like, for example...
And they don't match any of the feet in the room currently.
Here's what I'm saying. Right out the gate, you can probably rule out a couple of suspects. Simon Shellcrest, the giant snail, these are not his footprints. Edgar Undergrove, as suspicious as he is, if he did kill Squire Badger, didn't come through the secret passageway.
Damn.
His feet are simply too big. Sergeant Greer, feet are too big. Much too big for like the footprints that you're seeing. That leaves, and then like Jack, I would say whether you did it or not, because again, I gotta keep that level of that veil over everybody's eyes. Whether you are responsible or not, these do not fit your hooves. Hooves. He's like a
Big ol'
bovine. He's a
hooves.
longhorn. So basically, those are the people you can rule out immediately, right out the gate. It's possible that these are those that belong to a hedgehog, those that belong to a dog, those that belong to a raccoon, those that belong to, hell, a badger. Could belong to a mouse. Could belong to, a mouse. Could belong to a rat. They could belong to a lot of animals. But even though you didn't roll high for the nature check, it is still high enough for you to determine, like, these are small, a kangaroo's feet are big. These are small, a gorilla's hands and feet. The way that, like, a gorilla would walk is inconsistent with the clue that you're seeing.
Oh no.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I just, like, my brain just drew a line between something else, like somebody else that I think is a new suspect, and oh my goodness, I would have never saw it before.
You guys are doing that. Guilfoyle sees that you guys are doing that, seeing all that. You see that he ushers a bunch of the staff out in a way, kind of like, he wants to leave people there to hold you guys accountable, especially after the way that you talked to the lady of the house. So that you are being held accountable by some of the people, but a lot of the staff is like retreated to the maid, like the helps quarters and stuff. So people are starting to kind of like head out, and that includes Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle. Wait, people are leaving now?
Well, not leave, like they're not leaving the house. Remember, because the whole house is like has been locked down. It's under lock and key. Nobody's allowed out. No one's allowed in. But this being essentially an active crime scene, there are 2 cops on scene. There's 2 detectives, doing their jobs. They're trying to kind of give you some space, but people are so there are some people that are watching you again to hold you accountable. Okay. Yes. What does everybody else want to do?
Um.
Can I look around the room for like other visible mechanical contraption stuff?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Look around the room for other like other levers and things.
Yeah, give me a investigation or perception. Up to you.
What? I'll do.
Okay. It seems like this is the only secret passage. And not that I want to like waste your 19, but there is only one secret passage which you found. The other thing was like because remember you've also exhausted all the other kind of possible places it could be. The desk is bolted to the ground, so it doesn't move. You've kind of turned over both of the other bookcases in this room of 3 bookcases. Like the only other place it could be is the floor, and you don't see any like activation like places for it to be in the floor. You also kind of got a glimpse into the floor by looking through the desk.
Right. Well, Mr. Cross, what should we do?
Mr. DM, may I
Do you have
roll
do you have
an
do you have one more
investigation?
last question?
Is the trigger for the desk in the secret passage?
Okay, are you asking like do you see like is there like a mechanism in the desk that opens the secret passage?
No. I'm recall last session we figured out that the desk was wired.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Is that open circuit / whatever triggered that circuit in the secret passageway?
You're remembering the copper wiring that was in the handle. You see that it goes to the floor. You're looking to see if it passes through here. It does not.
You said last session that that's also on this. It didn't appear to go up or down, correct?
I did say that.
All right. I believe our next course of action would be to locate whatever triggered the circuit in the desk, which does not appear to be in this here secret passage.
Is that related to his death?
Well, I do believe that whoever Wait, what's the proper wording for this? Whoever inflicted this upon him knew he had bullet scraps in his chest still, and also knew that Miss Mosley would be stunned for a time upon seeing the spectacle.
But didn't we just assume that when we found the wires? We never really activated it and had an electrical field come out of it, did we? And besides, that wouldn't have been what killed him anyway, because we already found evidence that somebody went through a secret passageway into the room, and if they were doing it with wires from somewhere else, why'd they have to be in the room?
Well,
I feel like that might be wires that he put in his desk to, I don't know, maybe he presses a button and it locks all the doors or something, I don't know. But I don't think it's related to his death.
Can I go sit in his chair?
The one that's thrown halfway across the room?
The disrespect.
I
that
forgot
one?
that's on the floor.
Is that the one that you wanted to go? The one that's
You're gonna have to move the body and the pile of books
in
on
a
the body.
it's inside of a bookcase?
Does it look like he fell out of the chair itself whenever he would have been electrocuted?
I'm going to say kind of the same thing that I told Cross when he tried to do the same thing, like did the checks about the statues. Given the, you're still welcome to roll, absolutely, but given what the scene is now, it looks like like I said, it looks like a blast went off and shit went flying everywhere. It would be almost impossible to tell what happened the moment he stood or fell from his chair, given the position of the chair. Because as of right now, it looks like somebody came in, picked up his chair, and threw it across the room. So it would be like it almost like it would be impossible to tell.
Right.
I feel like we've already been through this, but can we trace the wire? Like, does it go like under the carpet?
It goes, so this floor is on a very sturdy foundation. It is built into like a hill. So you see that the wires don't go down and they don't go up. So wherever the circuit is, wherever this like that switch is on this floor. The question is like,
But
wait, what's up? Go ahead.
But it's a wire. Like,
Yeah, like what it connects to. Like the switch that it connects to. The switch is on this floor somewhere. The wires themselves don't go up or down like to
so I'll follow them horizontally. I'm so confused.
Okay. So the wires that you are looking at, you're looking through like by putting your head in the desk. Like inside the drawer of the desk. Got it?
From underneath.
No, okay. So there's 3 drawers on the right side of the desk in ascending order. The top
Yeah, and we
one,
pulled the bottom drawer out.
You pulled the middle one out. So you're looking through the cabinet, like through the drawer of the second cabinet, deeper into the desk where you can see that those wires are. They go to the back of the desk, straight down into the floor, and then they follow somewhere along the ground. But they're in the floor. They're not like in the room, like above the floorboards where you can see in plain sight.
That's what I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, they're hidden beneath the floor. So the problem is like following them would be pretty hard unless you fully like rip this dude's house apart by pulling all his flooring up.
Do it.
Which
Is the ceiling finished in the basement? Can I look up into the rafters of the basement and see?
The only basement you know of would be the well, I guess you don't know about the basement. So
Oh, well then I should be asking that question to
Me and Undergrove.
Godfrey or Undergrove?
I guess
Probably the butler because he works in the house. He would probably know more about the house layout.
Well, there is a basement below the kitchen if we want to try and follow the wires. Do I know if the ceiling's open or closed?
looks closed. It's more of like a wine cellar. So, I mean, yeah, there's like wood flooring, like the wood foundation above your head.
So you
Right.
can see the underside of the floorboards.
We can't.
You just said there's wood foundation above your head.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's a
Also-
wine cellar, so
also-
it's all closed off.
Also,
What?
Godfrey, remember where the basement is. It's not below the study.
Yeah, it's below the kitchen.
Yeah, but we could look for the same color wire.
You guys gotta have that
Or something.
discussion.
You can certainly try. I am going to kick it over to another person, and that is Sergeant Greer, who is following
I sneaked out.
Guilfoyle. You are sneaking. You said that? Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please.
I don't think that's a very good skill that Mediocre at best. Eh. It's not a +7 like I'm used to, but whatever.
Okay. Just so you have something you can look at, got our combat kangaroo here. Oh, rip.
Oh, that is oblong
You
and small.
Oh, sorry, I'm choking on that ham. You enter a hallway back behind the staircase from the entranceway. You hear lots of like little mice maids running around. You hear people talking and whispering, and people are shaken. I mean, the Lord of the Manor's been killed. You see a number of doors, and at the end of the hallway, you see a large freight elevator. Give me 1 second.
What?
Okay. Yeah, you see, so at the end of the hallway, you see a large freight elevator. Like a very old-timey freight elevator with like the door that slides from like old apartment buildings that you would see today. You remember Mr. Guilfoyle said it was being turned off. So nobody was allowed in or out, so they were locking the doors, turning off the elevator. But that is what's in this hallway as you follow them to the servants' quarters.
Cool, let me go to that.
Okay.
What'd you call it?
Freight elevator.
Freight. You go there.
Yeah. You go at it. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
Do I-
If you want to, yeah.
Jesus, why am I so laggy? And I got a 1. Wait, why am I investigating?
I actually meant to say investigation or perception, so I'll let you roll again, but
Well, also, like, why am I investigating? What if I just wanted to open it?
oh, you just want to open it?
Yes.
Okay. You undo the lock and the door slides open.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do I see?
You see that like there's an old like wheelbarrow in here, like an empty wheelbarrow. Like
In the elevator?
yeah, like a wheelbarrow. Other than that, that's kind of really it. Nothing else happens in here.
Cool. When I look up, is there an exit door thing? Escape exit? Escape?
Like a you mean like a service hatch?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go up there.
You undo the service hatch and hop up. You see a very old elevator shaft.
Lame. Would I know how to turn it back on?
Roll me a perception or investigation. No, you don't have to move for me. I can see it. Okay. So first up, to the best of your knowledge, the elevator is off. It has been switched off. You see there's like, again, the wheelbarrow's in here. You see that there is like some like mud from boot prints from the porters bringing stuff in and out of the house. You see that there's like a little keyhole kind of thing that has been, so like there's like a cabinet kind of there. It's like a cabinet that's got like this mesh, the steel, like this, or iron, probably iron mesh door.
Kind of like a break box?
It's like a break box. You can see through it to see the breaker, but it is closed and it is locked. Like that keyhole I was telling you about, it looks like there's a keyhole on it.
Keyhole or like a padlock?
It's a keyhole.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the room, and they're all talking to the butler, right?
No. I will tell you this, though. As you leave the elevator, there are 3 doors immediately to your left as you turn around. As this is a mystery setting, decisions are very crucial. Okay? I know, and you're in your, you're in like detective mode, so I'm gonna tell you this. I know which one of these doors is important. So I'm only going to let you listen what's happening behind one of them.
That's bullshit.
There'd be no way for you to catch a whole conversation from start to end if you're listening, like, at one. You'd move to the other and you'd miss however many seconds of that conversation, stuff like that. So I'm only going to let you listen to one of them. However, I will tell you what you hear in general before you choose. You hear the calm voice of Mr. Guilfoyle speaking to Mr. Harding, and what sounds like a larger group of staff within the kitchen, which is the door you are right next to, which is this one. Okay? The furthest door, so by the one that you came into, the sound of weeping and crying. And in the middle, you hear nothing. Those are the 3 doors you get to choose from.
Repeat the Guilfoyle one.
It is a conversation between a calm Guilfoyle and Harding.
Harding is.
The giant, he's the valet, the turtle. So you have to tell me which of those doors you wish to put your ear against. Sure. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say no. This is like a decision for Greer in this moment. Which door seems the most interesting to Greer that you think would give the most information or more insight into the situation at hand? A conversation between Guilfoyle and Harding, the butler and the valet, a door with somebody weeping behind it, or a door with no sound at all. Oh, baby. Because
That's what I was thinking.
in a mystery setting of murder and espionage, truly, the one that would make the least sense is where nobody's making any sound at all. A door with somebody weeping is probably somebody that cared for Squire Badger
Seems common.
and is upset. Harding and Guilfoyle, two parts of the staff who are, and I did specifically say it's a conversation between the two of them, but there is a large amount of people behind that door as well. So the one that makes the least sense would be the one that makes no sound at all. Sergeant Greer, you put your ear to the door in the middle, and you overhear a conversation between...
Wait, can I guess?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's going to be mice talking to each other behind the door, just quietly enough she can only hear it when she puts her ear to it.
A sound... Go ahead and say it again.
I said I'm going to guess there's going to be mice talking behind the door that are talking softly enough that you could only hear them once you put your ear up to it. It's that new suspect I thought of a little bit ago.
Because truly, the quietest sound is that of a mouse. Hence, where the saying comes from, as quiet as a church mouse. You walk up to the nothing door because with an insight, a soldier's insight and sense of danger, you hear the sound of a whispering Edwina and Carolyn.
Yup, the exact ones I remember from the billiard room.
The two mice that were hiding in the billiard room.
Fuck.
Do you recall when Squire Badger and Detective West got into an argument?
Which one?
They only got into one.
I don't know. They don't really like
The one where he pushed me to the ground. And I saw the curtain was moving.
Yes. Very well. It's fine. You hear
Well, nobody else was there.
You hear two mice behind the door, and you hear you hear that they are talking exactly of the confrontation that happened between Detective West and Squire Badger. However, you get information that nobody else gets, and that is that the conversation that Jack West asked them not to say anything.
That's all I hear them talking about it.
Yes, they you like basically so they're talking about a violent conversation. It's not like they were having a conversation. Very much just like well, the last person I saw him with the last person I saw him with was the American. The conversation it was so loud and he's like and you heard him when he pushed him to the ground after like it's very much like they're speaking out of fear. They like give me an insight roll. You can hear the tremble in their voice. They hopefully believe Jack West is the culprit.
Do I hear anything else? Are they continuing? Are they?
You hear them like figuring out how they get out of this, how they walk out of this, because if they believe that if Jack West is the person who killed Squire Badger, and they believe that he is, he's the one of the people that's leading the investigation of Squire Badger's death. Meaning, he has the ability to cover up any evidence that he may have left behind. So they're trying to figure out how they can escape without basically crossing paths with him again, because Jack West has seen their faces. While you ponder that, I'm just gonna roll a d20, just like a little luck check here.
Out of character, so they weren't actually listening to the conversation to know that I'm a good God-fearing guy, because I said it multiple times.
It seems like they weren't. It seems that they were so scared of being caught in the billiards room, which is like a private wing of the house where, like, obviously the maid staff shouldn't be, especially playing hooky and playing with the billiard balls. They were more busy, like, hiding and trying not to be caught, being quiet, and just whatever, to listen to what you were saying. I'm just gonna roll this here. Oh, that's not great. What we're gonna do here is I need you to make me another stealth check, please, Sergeant Greer. Yeah, you're paying attention right now. You're not paying attention right now. You turn around, ear to the door. You turn and see Mr. Guilfoyle walking out of the kitchen with some of the staff following behind him. So they are walking out of the door from the first door to see you with your ear against the door. The middle door. Yes.
They walk out and see now?
They walk out and they turn and see you, and you see he goes, Sergeant Greer, what brings you to the kitchens? Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes. Looking for the bathroom. But then, my ear was itchy.
I'm gonna say give me a deception check, please. You see,
Oh!
my God!
They are scared. They
My
believe it.
God.
Holy shit.
They're like,
yeah,
"I'm
he's
gonna
like,
start
you know,
scratching
I
my
believe
ear
Mr.
up."
Banks is in the ballroom. He may have what you were looking for. We understand that people are not allowed to leave, so, you know, we're bringing out the spare furniture and for people to rest on. Obviously, there would be no dancing for the evening, but, you know, food and liberations are available for you. Yeah. you see that he goes, Sergeant Greer, I completely understand Loam Hall is a bit of a labyrinth, so, insane. Insane! Oh my god.
What does he do from there? Does he like walk away?
No, he seems to have fully bought it. You see he's just like, oh, like, nothing to see here. They walk past you. They walk past you back towards the kitchen. I'm sorry. The kitchen would be up here. Like, this is the main, whatever. You see he starts to come back around. So he starts to walk past you, bringing some of the staff and whatnot to their quarters. You see the door that you're next to opens. Next to you,
people?
Carolyn and Edwina, both looking at you, look up to you. At 20 deception. Yeah, you just like look at them like you didn't hear anything. And they're fully they fully buy it. It's just kind of like, was Greer outside? They look over and see that you're talking to Guilfoyle. It's like, oh, maybe they just stopped in the hallway and were having a conversation, and they just walk off.
They walked off where?
They did walk off to your right, like towards that entrance there.
And that's the daughter?
No, Edwina and Carolyn are two mouse maids.
Oh, they're just maids.
Yes.
Constance is the daughter.
Oh,
Constance is-
That's
yeah.
the one I'm getting confused with. Thank you.
And Edward is the son? I think.
Jeremy, aka Jez.
Jeremy, that's
So,
it.
this room's the...
Jizz.
It's the kitchen.
What do I do with this information?
I will tell you what. They go to close the door. If you want to get like a perception check or something before they fully close the door
Yeah,
to see what's
for
inside, you
sure.
can. I'll say with a nat 20 deception, go ahead and roll with advantage. Yeah, so they come out within that room. You see their pillowcases underneath like the sacks of linen, laundry or something. You see a glint of something shiny, like silverware. You see the glint of silverware as they've stuffed
And
they've helped
they-
themselves to the
They
silverware.
closed the door, right?
Yes.
So as they're closing it, I am going to... I assume I have my business card in my pocket. I'm going to slide that right into the locker thing. The clicky...
This is a sleight of hand of all sleight of hands. Oh. Door closes. You go to slide the card in. It hits the crease and it just crinkles and crumps. Into the door frame there.
Wait, I don't know why... This is a maid door. It doesn't lock.
You don't know. Maybe.
Walked away. I'm going to open it.
Okay. So click, the door opens.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna look under their pillowcase, please, and I'd like to see what they took.
They took silverware.
Cool,
They are stealing silverware.
cool. Do I happen to have a photograph or a camera? That's what I meant to say. On me?
No, it would make sense for you to have one.
Well, then I'm just gonna take the silverware.
Okay.
And I'm going to go find the mouse people.
Okay. Are you like sold on the whole? You want to get a picture thing?
Yes.
So there's not a lot.
Not sold.
I would say there's not.
I think
really
it's
a lot
fair
of-
to say, like, in this setting, wouldn't cameras be like the massive thing
Doesn't-
where you gotta have a second person and hold the flash pan and...
Not set on it,
Yeah.
so we're good to keep going. But I do want to go find those little mouse people.
Okay. You find them in the hall, like the entrance hallway. Like it didn't take you very long to do all of that.
Cool.
So they're in the hallway, like
Are
talking.
they alone?
Give me a perception check. 30-20? It seems like it.
Cool. I'm gonna come over. And I'm not gonna look at them, but I'm just gonna kind of stand near them. And I put the silverware in my pocket. And I'm just gonna kind of flip them around so it makes the silverware hitting each other sound like a very much like
Ding, ling,
Like
ling,
a-
ling, ling. Okay.
in my pocket. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna go. Sticky fingers.
Give me an intimidation check, please. You see that they're walking forward. You don't look at them. They don't look at you. You see both pairs of eyes just start to grow, like widen and grow, as they realize what you're saying. Do you say anything else?
No, because now they know that I have them in my pocket.
Okay.
Not just the silverware, but themselves in
Okay.
my pocket.
So from here, you successfully intimidate them. Do you just like walk off? Okay.
Very confidently, solemnly, very.
You immediately hear, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? She, Grin knows. Grin is onto us. What if Grin is working with West? Like, and a bunch of conspiracies and frights come out of them, as they recognize, like they now know that you know, or at least that you know a secret
they
about
know.
them, some blackmail. Blackmailing my mice. All right. Anyone else wish to check somewhere in the house, follow a lead?
Yeah. I still actually want to go into the cellar to see how the other door is that leads to the outside.
Okay. You go downstairs and you see that the large wooden plank that goes across to lock the door is there.
Okay. I like shake it to make sure it's good. Does it look like anybody's been down here?
I mean, there's definitely foot traffic down here. You know, some of like you yourself use the door to come into Loam Hall. But there's, most of the time the porters are taking stuff in through the kitchen, right? But, when it's wine and stuff, they have to come down here to put the wine and stash the wine away. So, yeah, there's foot traffic down here.
Okay, then yeah, I just go. I go back up and hang out in the kitchen.
All
I
right.
get like a drink or something.
Okay, sounds good. Anyone else have any hunches they want to follow?
Can I peek around on the first floor to try and find the switch for the circuit in the desk?
Sure. Give me an investigation or a perception check.
That's not good.
Yeah, without being able to see like where if you had like a blueprint that like listed where the wires go or something like that, it might be a little bit easier. But it's like I said, without being able to see it, it's pretty difficult to judge where the switch would be. Wild.
I thought of something.
And what is that?
May I make a perception check to check all the windows in the house to see if any of them broke?
Yes. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation.
Give me 1 second. I got the map in the way.
You see the window locks are on like everyone that you checked. It's been shut and locked.
So I have no idea where the glass came from.
Why don't we take a second here to like go over some clues that might like get you guys some leads. You guys just I feel like there's like a brick wall coming. So like how about we like take a second and we go over some of the clues that you guys found. Maybe figure out like what lead you wanna go through next.
Okay.
I agree because that brick
Should we
wall
start
came a
naming
lot
stuff?
sooner than you probably thought.
Okay. So what clues do you guys have that you want that maybe not everybody else knows about?
Oh, is this
broken
us
glass.
sharing like in character?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Do you want us rolling stealth checks?
I'm opening the floor up for some discussions. So that you guys can kind of like maybe one of you bringing up something might spark an idea in someone else. I will say we're gonna go ahead and roll a. I don't. Do you guys still not trust each other?
Yep. Well, at least I don't.
Who's the guy that covered for me? That was
That
Godfrey,
was me.
right?
Yeah.
I'd say the only person I don't trust is
Him and
Godfrey.
Greer.
At
They're
this
the only
point.
people I trust.
Okay. Well, I would say this. Let's go ahead and roll a group stealth check. There are 6 of you, so 3 of you need to pass.
That is not one of my class skills.
Stealth?
Dirty 20.
That's a pass. You rolled with a disadvantage, but
Wait,
you
what
passed
was-
anyway. You roll with disadvantage because your armor's making you have disadvantage, but it's fine. So you guys,
Didn't I roll like a 17?
yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, you're good. The DC was 10, so you passed anyway.
Edgar beat all y'all.
The largest guy. No. Edmund rolled a 20.
Okay. Other than fucking.
You think
The
you can
inspector-
out-stealth the detective?
Why
Fuck
is
you.
why does the inspector have a +6 for his stealth? Is that part of your training?
Dude,
They're like, you
Batman-
gotta hide from the
whole
people you're
Batman.
protecting. Hide from the
people
civilians.
You're protecting are the people that you're investigating.
So you guys you guys are able to have a freely speak of like in conversation, like a little bit of like a mixture of thieves can't and throwaway comments that you guys being like the inquisitives you are can like pick up on to like know what somebody is saying, like the real intentions behind what they're saying. So yeah, now we're gonna open the floor up for discussion. Let's talk about some clues.
I'm still not entirely sold on the whatever happened to his desk not being involved in his death. Like, it's a little weird to just electrify a handle on your desk.
Is that what we found out it was?
That's what it did.
Oh, I thought we never figured out what it did. We just found wires.
Well, no, because I touched it and it shocked me. That's what got the initial thing. Like that's what initially got us inspecting the desk. I touched that handle, it shocked me with a little bit of leftover current, which
Well, then
is
that
not
couldn't
active
be what killed him.
anymore. Well, no. It wasn't active anymore, which means somebody turned it on and then turned it off. What I'm thinking is that there's a possibility of more than one killer, especially if the trip for this circuit is not nearby. I believe somebody turned it on, and that's what caused the initial power outage. And
I mean,
the electrocution of
my
the
thing is,
corpse is
I
what caused
thought
the
we
power
were-
outage.
I thought we were all speculating that it was like a reverse Iron Man thing that was trying to force the bullet towards his heart using magnets.
I believe he was
and
trying to dig
electricity.
it out.
But if he got shocked, that wouldn't kill him just because he had a bullet in him. There are people walking around all the time with bullets in them. They don't
Okay.
die when they get shocked.
So think of it like this, right? Lightning
My friend has a bullet
is
in him.
super duper 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 fucking hot. That's plasma. That is ridiculously insanely hot. Metal conducts heat. Let's say you had an electrical current continuously run through a
He
bullet.
didn't
in
get
your
struck
chest.
by lightning.
Okay. He didn't get struck by lightning. Let's say there is a literal electrical current running through your chest very actively. And this
Then it would
pinpoint
pass through the bullet
through
the
a
same as
bullet
it goes
trap.
through his body.
metal
'cause your
conducts
body-
electricity.
So does
Metal
your body.
is also a great conductor of heat.
So
Your nerves work because your body conducts electricity
So
too.
you know about the bullet, right? What again with like kind of like with an asterisk there. What could that mean? Does it have to do with like, the possible electrical current, whether it be like light or like the electrifying the handle or some sort of magnet? Again, with an asterisk, the speculations are high. You've also got the, your biggest, in a hurried conversation, your biggest loose ends are like, the secret study, and I don't know if Jack, do you want to talk about what you found on Squire Badger's body?
No.
Okay, so we will skip over that.
But I will talk about what I found in the passageway. The
Okay.
footsteps in the glass.
So that, like, super, like, the footsteps in that, like, glass kind of thing that's all over the ground.
Powder glass.
Super fine glass. Sergeant Greer, you also have the thing about spotting Fletcher Cottombottom by the docks.
I told them already.
Right, but, down the hill from, like, the doors of Loam Hall, the matter of the smell of the ozone, like...
Wait.
So think of it this way.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I just connected 2 and 2 together. What is fine glass? It's sand. He was down by the docks.
And when sand gets electrocuted, it turns into glass.
What?
You didn't know that when you apply.
I mean, I know that. But
Not.
No, I'm saying that what I saw that looked like fine glass, it is sand. It's not sand that was electrocuted into glass. It's just sand.
It could be, because sand looks like sand. You would know what sand looks like.
Sure.
Also, I would. Didn't I also see him by the docks?
You did. You guys saw him by the docks, and if I will pose it this way: if you truly believe Fletcher is the murderer, and you saw him outside before the murder, and they've locked the door since because everybody came and investigated, like pretty much moments after the murder happened.
Right.
Realistically, he wouldn't have had time to go out the door.
Right.
So he's still here.
Or he never made it inside, and we locked him out in the rain.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You fucking
if that's-
bastard,
if- I
cotton
was like-
bottom, freezing the rain.
And
a
if that's the
poor
case, that
little
means that
bunny.
there's a different. So your first one is that if Fletcher's the murderer and he's in the house, he's still in the house. Or B, if you've locked Fletcher outside, Fletcher has someone inside, and then your murderer
And
is someone else.
so,
Oh.
Cody's mentioned about the footprints in the passageway, correct?
Correct.
Can I, Mr. West, can you show me where you saw those footprints?
Why, yeah, I'd be delighted to. Actually, I'll tell you this, because I'm kind of getting a little more friendly with you. I was really suspecting you for a while till I found these footprints, and I realized the culprit has to be somebody a lot smaller than you or myself.
Yeah, I kinda did see you eyeing me up, but it's okay. I'm just here on ground.
That's the
work.
way of saying it.
We all got past Mr. West. Not all of them are good.
Yeah, well, mine's pretty good.
All right, so wow,
All right, cool.
Wow.
okay, fuck me, I guess.
man,
can I
God.
make an investigation check on the foot as well? Maybe I can do like
On the foot?
I don't know,
Whose foot?
like where he saw like the
The
footprint.
footprint?
You want to do the investigation on the footprint, not the foot.
Right,
There's just a whole dismembered foot there.
just stuck.
Puts everyone's foot next to it, compares.
Damn. Does it look like a rabbit?
Give me a nature check.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
ooga ooga.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn, that was almost a 20.
It's like old dust and this like weird glassy powder stuff. It looks like it's hard to tell. It's a small footprint.
Mr. DM, may I take a look at it?
Sure.
So I'm not necessarily trying to determine what type of animal it was, but I am trying to determine approximately what size it is. Like, do we wear shoes, right? Or do we not?
Oh yeah, wait, is it barefoot or no?
It's a little bit of both. Some people wear shoes, some people don't.
No, is the footprint a barefoot paw or a shoe print?
It's I'll tell you what.
There's no way it's hard to determine.
No.
Shut your mouth.
It is not a shoe.
Okay, so he's barefoot.
You
Okay,
let him talk.
not a shoe. Can you determine the shape of the footprint?
Not really. It's like a small, like kind of round, like abscess, like an abscess of like of dust and like that glass stuff. Like I said, it's hard to tell. There's not a lot of defining fact. It looks like almost like somebody just like drew a big circle in the like kind of like because like a big circle like in the dust.
May I roll a nature check to determine the type of animal?
Yes, you may.
Damn, that's duty.
Hard to tell.
Hey, what kind of animal?
Yes.
But, like you all have to tell me. If I'm
Nat
wrong.
20
Okay.
strikes again.
Oh,
Is it a turtle?
I'm going to.
No, he already said it's
I'm-
not a turtle.
I am going to send you a message.
Message is gonna be
Classic.
like, "It's Cottombottom. His name was signed below it."
See here. He fell on his ass, and this is his rabbit tail right here. And you could trace in this small, tiny, minute amount of still existent dust that it was in fact a rabbit foot.
He left you a postcard behind. It's right there.
Don't forget to write.
Your check was just so high, you're just like, oh, well, obviously, it was this guy.
All right. While this is going on, let's do a little bit more discussion, shall we?
Yes.
I believe that at the very least, somebody intentionally electrified his desk, right? So it could be somebody who knew he still had bullet scraps in him as a way of causing a diversion. It could be a plethora of things, really. Assuming that there is more than one person involved in this death, somebody could have flipped the switch, and somebody could have been waiting in the passageway for the electrocution. Not
Okay.
as a means of killing him per se, but as a means of stunning the only other person in the room and taking the opportunity to do something.
Mr. Undergrove, what were you hired to do by Guilfoyle?
I'm gonna go to the butler. I'm with them, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The butler guy.
Godfrey?
What?
Or Guilfoyle?
No, our butler guy.
Godfrey.
Godfrey.
Brett.
I'm
You
gonna-
just walk up to me and ask me that, Brett?
Yeah.
Alright, I need you to put that in character voice then.
Mr. Undergrove, what were you hired to do by Mr. Guilfoyle?
What do you mean? I tend to the grounds. I trim the hedges.
He was very nervous about a task that someone was hired to do that was very illegal and he told me it was you.
Rip.
Why would he say that?
Because I pissed him off.
Can I make an insight on that? Why would he say
we-
that?
Are we
That
listening
sounds
to this?
fake
Cole?
as fuck.
Wait, so what would you say, Cody?
Are we listening to this? Like, are they
Yeah,
saying
you
this
guys,
out loud?
You guys passed your group stealth, so you guys are kind of in an isolated, kind of like an isolated little bubble where you guys are having
Okay.
conversation. You're you're doing like a mixture of like thieves' cant and like throwaway phrases that like you're heavily implying something, and you guys are all picking up on. But you're speaking freely so that you guys know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, but none of the NPCs know
Right.
what we're
For the most
saying.
part,
I got you.
As far as you can tell, they think you're just talking about the case.
Okay,
Full
but all the
insight.
information that's being shared is shared.
Yeah, it's shared.
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna forget this if I don't say it.
Okay.
Cool.
Like,
Well, like, I need, like, to do my little part real quick, because, like, I'm gonna forget this. And it's kind of intense. Okay, cool. I go up to, groundskeeper guy.
Edgar?
Yeah. And he's a big gorilla guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I want to just kind of, like, because I assume we're probably similar in height. I'm a big kangaroo, and I'm going to, like, lean into his ear. And I'm just going to say, do you have keys?
Do you just do this while he's interrogating me?
Yes, I am in investigator mode, okay? Everything's blind to me right now.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, like, why is everybody questioning me?
No, I don't give a fuck about you. Do you have keys?
Did I ever hand over my keys?
You don't have it. Actually, the only butler with keys is Guilfoyle.
Okay.
Would I know that before I would have said this to butler guy?
The only butler with keys. Edgar's not a butler.
Right. So I'm talking to Edgar. Edgar, do you have keys?
I have
Edgar.
various amounts.
Edgar, you do have keys. Yes.
Give me keys. Give me keys. Give me keys.
Absolutely not.
Edgar, I'm not fucking with you right now. Give me the fucking keys, okay? It's in my. It's in the brain. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Give me the keys. Give me the keys.
I don't even have them on me.
Why not? Where are they?
Your keys were taken by Guilfoyle, when
Right.
they locked
cool.
everything down.
I remember that. I'm gonna sprint to Guilfoyle.
Mine was?
Yes, he took pretty much everybody's keys.
I remember this. I'm
Are you
sprinting to
sure
Guilfoyle.
sprint? Are you sure sprint is the word that you'd like to use?
Yes.
Okay, you all see.
Why? Why must you do everything in
you
this
all
flashy
see,
manner?
You all see Sergeant Greer fully sprints off. I need you to roll me a straight charisma check. So just roll your charisma score with disadvantage, please.
Why?
You
Starts
are in the
knocking
middle of a
stuff
crime
off the shit.
scene where people are trying not to freak out, and you just fully sprinted away.
Wait. There's people around us. I thought there wasn't people around us.
There are people around you. You're speaking in like innuendo and stuff, so that they're not catching on to what you're saying. But there are people around you.
Oh, I thought we were alone.
No, you're like off in a corner and stuff, but they can fully see you. Remember, they left people with you, like staff
Oh,
and
okay, okay,
guests,
okay. I didn't
to
understand.
make sure to hold you accountable
Okay.
in case you like ripped this floor
Right.
up or something.
Okay, I didn't understand. Well then, in that
So are
case,
you using your mulligan?
shut up. Instead of sprinting, I
Rough.
would rather just I'm gonna like do a little pee-pee dance, and then I'm gonna softly jog away.
Okay. You softly jog away.
Actually, I want to grab her by her shoulder.
Big old mitt.
Don't,
No.
don't
Hit,
even.
block, whatever I have to do.
And
okay.
where do you think you're going? Don't go looking
Yeah,
for
no
those
strength.
keys.
Give me a. Edgar, can you give me an attack roll, please?
Sure, with what?
Just like your hands. So just do a D20 plus your strength mod and your proficiency.
So just roll my
D20 plus
strength
5.
mod.
Just roll a D20 plus 5.
How do
So,
I got it.
okay. What's your armor class?
Mine?
14. Yeah, you go to put your hand on Greer's shoulder. Greer is quick. Like, you're fast, Greer is faster. Greer slips your grip, and like, on a mission, darts out into the hallway.
Damn.
Cool. I'm gonna go to Godfrey, or the guy with the keys.
Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle. Three names.
You see Guilfoyle is still kind of like directing a lot of the kitchen staff to bring, like, remember they've started to take out, they're bringing furniture from the different rooms so that everybody can like relax and whatnot. They're bringing out refreshments and food and stuff still.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to excuse me, Mr. Godfrey.
We're not done here, and then I'm gonna
But-
roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go, excuse me, Mr. Godfrey. Something important of the matter has came up. And I'm gonna go after.
Does
Um,
Guilfoyle
well,
have keys?
Can I try and intimidate him first before he
Guilfoyle-
walks away?
Guilfoyle does have
oh,
keys
yeah.
out in the open.
Cool. Where?
They are clipped to his belt buckle, like under one of the, like, cause he's got like a penguin suit on. So like, it's clipped but onto his belt, but you can see it like right where
Oh.
that V spits into tails, like the keys kind of behind him on his back.
hold on, wait. Brett needs to act
Okay.
about. What are you doing, intimidating me?
So
Yeah, before you walk away.
Okay, so here's the thing: you can't roll and intimidate to intimidate other players. If you want to be intimidating, you've got to be intimidating. You've got to intimidate Edgar, and then, Edgar, be fair about it. If he's being intimidating, you gotta be intimidated. Like,
Right.
towards Edgar. Edgar is Godfrey, before you try anything, Godfrey is a hardened career criminal who is a mixture of a grave robber, like, probably murders people by drowning them with his hands, and
You're giving away so much.
was everybody's first pick when Squire Badger was murdered. Like, So-
Everybody.
There's no way
It's-
I'd be able to do that.
I'm just saying it's not
Being a
going
little
to
hedgehog.
be easy. You're probably not very intimidating to Edgar.
Look, Edgar. The way you treated Mrs. Mosley. Thought you were a
What?
friend.
What?
No. Like, because you were because you were nice to her. Look. We're friends. But I feel like whatever you got hired to do, it's gonna come up and be part of this case.
I don't think you even know what you're talking about.
I do, because one of the reasons I quit was because Guilfoyle was being shady, and I don't want to work for shady people. I know you turned your life around, so I'm asking you, what did he hire you to do? Is it gonna be part of this case?
We all got our specialties, Mr. Godfrey. I just tend to use mine in other cases. I can't keep this voice.
I understand, but when the police show up, I will tell them that you were hired to do something illegal.
Like I said, we all got our specialties.
Are
Very
you still
well.
going
Yes.
after Greer?
Hope yours is also as important as mine.
I don't remember. Remind me real quick. What was Gorilla Guy doing when he got killed?
Is that in your note?
Gorilla Guy. When the other guy got killed, what was Gorilla Guy doing?
Oh, what was Undergrove doing when Squire Badger was
Too
killed?
many names.
We were in the kitchen.
You can attest to that?
Who's asking that?
I'm just trying to remember if you said it.
If you're like, for Aspen purposes,
Yes.
Undergrove, or Sam said Undergrove was in the kitchen after dinner,
Right.
which is like,
Was there a witness?
Yes. Godfrey was a witness.
Cool. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
I will continue with what I was doing.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys can pick up again. My bad.
I think the conversation was over.
Yeah,
right?
it was over right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you still going after Greer? In a
Yeah.
stop them kind of manner?
In a like, I'm not running, but like I'm just kind of I'm walking. I'm just straight like doom doom doom, walking. I know where she's heading.
Okay. You see Greer is approaching Guilfoyle.
I do.
Yeah, you turn into the hallway. You see that Guilfoyle is in a mixture of like coming from like the kitchen to the dining room, into the main hall. Like he's still directing a lot of the kitchen the staff to accommodate the guests. They're bringing out furniture from different rooms so that they can sit down and take a load off from all this very stressful situation. They're bringing out refreshments and stuff like that. And you see Greer is like approaching Guilfoyle.
And from like behind or
Yeah, Guilfoyle doesn't seem to have clocked Greer yet.
Oh, awesome. Stealth check, sleight of hand.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Mr. Gorefoil.
Gorefoil.
Go ahead and roll your with disadvantage. So just roll again and take the lower one. Still not bad. Still not bad.
It's the same number.
I know, that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Guilfoyle. Okay. Guilfoyle turns and says, "Ah, Mr. Undergrove. How can I be of service, sir?"
I was told you needed to see me.
Right.
Using this distraction, sleight of hand for the keys.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
With advantage?
Yes. Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me!
Wait, what?
The
My
minute
internet
it is this
died.
crazy revolving
Oh my God.
door style pickpocket where the minute Guilfoyle turns, you're like on his shoulder. So like you both turn at the exact same time in the exact same way. You like deck of cards fold over top of him. Like you slip a finger behind the belt, unclip the key ring, slide it into your jacket pocket, and then walk off into the kitchen. Where you see like one of the cooks is like an otter, and he's like, "Oi, mom, can I get you something?" And like you see, he's got like a big old like fridge of refreshments like that they're currently pouring out for some of the guests. Wild.
Cool. Going straight to the freight elevator.
Oh, did she
Okay.
get advantage on that because he was distracting him?
Yes.
Sucks to
I see.
suck.
Honestly,
That's wild.
Aspen
Wow.
had disadvantage because Edgar called for Guilfoyle while Edgar was trying to sneak behind him. So he turned around, was gonna see you.
Backfire. Cool. Straight to the freight elevator.
You
Do-
go straight to the freight elevator.
So
Wait,
can
wait,
I
was
make a perception to see if I see her do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, so was it advantage or disadvantage? I'm
It was
confused now.
it was disadvantage on the stealth, advantage on the sleight of hand.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You don't see Greer snag it, but you do see Greer like immediately like hard like right angle darts off behind into the under the staircase.
Hey guys, bad time, but my internet died.
Fat rip.
How bad?
Yeah. I'm on my phone.
Oh.
That bad. I'm not in the fantasy ground anymore.
I did see you disconnect. You should be like, oh, you're not. Okay, it's fine. Do you have dice with you, right?
I could find them.
I've been
Yeah.
using the program, but I can find my actual dice.
No, it's up to you. Like, it's so we can keep you in the story so that you can roll whatever you want to roll, and I can just tell you whatever bonuses you have to it.
Sure. I could also try and get my internet back online real quick. But
Whenever
I need to go
whenever
do
you're
that.
good, let us know. But like I said, you're still in here, dude. Greer coming in with the clutch rolls.
Let me go try and let me try and restart my router real quick. And then when I do that, I will be on phone until my internet comes back on.
Alrighty.
I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Okay. Greer darts off into the long hallway with the freight elevator. You are running down the hallway. I will say this, Edgar. You see Greer peel off. What do you do?
What's that butler's name again? I keep fucking his name up.
Guilfoyle. And just to remind you of the last conversation that you two had. The last time you asked if Guilfoyle wanted to see you, he said he specifically does not. He said,
I know.
Remember, he was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't agree with what they hired you for. I don't want any part of that, like, that kind of thing.
So I'm gonna ask, where did you put the keys?
You see that Guilfoyle says, Mr. Undergrove, I've gone over this with you. He goes, due to the severity of the situation.
I'm gonna interrupt them. You don't know the severity of the severity? That word?
Mr. Undergrove, the Sir Squire Badger is dead, and the hall is in disarray. I believe that I understand the severity quite well. And so until the constable and the rest of the police arrive, it is our job as not only staff but the family of the squires to maintain order until then. He goes, do not worry, your keys are very safe on my person.
Can I see them? Well, actually, no. Not. I'm not asking him that. I'm asking if Edgar can physically see them.
Without a check, no. Like,
okay.
It's probably like in a coat or something somewhere.
Okay. I only ask because Sergeant Greer was asking me for my key, but I don't have my key. So she took off to where the only place I think the keys could be, and that's a little suspicious to me. What?
You see a chuck, like a kind of like a smile comes across his face, like a smug smile, and he goes, Mr. Undergrove, I assure you, Sergeant Greer is very much not heading to where the keys are. I assure you.
Okay, but if another body shows up because you are selfish, I'll be there to see it all calm down.
You see this tiny little rat, like you're large, wide, and hulking, and it's this like long, slender rat. Kind of tilts their nose up to you, having to look straight up to look at you, and it very much goes, Mr. Undergrove, is that a threat?
It's a promise.
He says, then worry not. The constable's on their way. He goes, you'd best find yourself hiding in your hedge mazes.
Is that a threat?
He goes, I believe the words of the wise are, it's a promise.
Thanks for the compliment.
And about the freight elevator, right?
Yes.
Cool. Going in, going up, testing all the keys.
Okay. Doesn't fit. Clink, click. The circuit box opens.
Cool. I'm gonna flip the switch.
Chung. Okay. You pull it down. Very loud. Chung. Like loud beep that sends like a loud activation sound down the hallway.
Can I make a perception check?
You make a
on
perception
that?
check with advantage.
Fuck. Hold on. I gotta click that first, and then this. Wow. Alright.
It's don't worry. The DC is super low. I'm going to roll for Guilfoyle. Your head snaps up as you hear the sound come down. You see that Guilfoyle sees you looking off, tries to follow your gaze, and he goes, "What? What is it?"
Oh, just sounds like somebody activated the elevator.
The elevator? You see he immediately turns tail and just starts sprinting down the hallway of the servants' quarters.
I'm gonna start yelling, but don't worry, definitely wasn't Greer.
You watch his hands go to his his belt loops. The keys are not there as he slams the door open and sees you standing inside of the elevator with your hand on the switch.
I'm not in the elevator. I'm above the elevator. Where the thing is.
The circuit box is in the elevator.
Oh. Well. Boop, going down.
You are so it actually only goes up.
I don't believe you.
You just press the down button.
Yep.
Click.
Close
You
the
hear
door, close the door.
it's just like a manual, like you have to close it.
Close
Like
it.
you close the gate. You see Guilfoyle says oh man. Detective Cross, he goes, Inspector Duncan, Detective West. He goes, Greer's making a run. I believe we found the culprit. And it's like you got so Inspector Duncan, Jack West, and Detective
Oh,
Cross.
I'm gonna be there too.
I was gonna say,
I'm
can I
gonna
hear
be
that?
there, too.
You guys, you all. I'll say that no perception check needed. You guys hear Guilfoyle fully screaming in a panic, saying that he's found the culprit.
Here we go.
He's found the culprit. He's found Cotton.
I'm assuming we're running towards him.
You guys are in a mad dash. Jesus Christ, how we got here. Mad dash. You guys are like, it is just like a scene of a cartoon as you guys are piling into the main hall, hitting the carpet. It's like a sheet of ice as you're sliding into the staircase. Massive crowd of people who were at once like relatively calm, erupt into fear again as you are all sprinting down the hallway around the corner to where you see Guilfoyle standing there, making his way towards Greer. You slam the door in his face, and he goes, well, you immediately is just like, why? He's like, the Squire's done nothing to you. He's been nothing but support, like shaking on the door of the elevator.
Am I there? Like,
Oh yeah.
like we're there. I'm just laughing. I'm just, told you, just.
Do I see Greer in the elevator?
You see Greer in the elevator, slams the door shut, locks it. Do you press the button, the up button?
Yep.
Click, the elevator starts going up.
That's
Going.
what you're fucking hearing over there. That's funny. Me
You shoot
cracking
one
up as a
last
gorilla.
glance, Greer, as the elevator goes up, all the way in the back of the
I
audience.
look straight at
You see
Cross.
Cross.
My eyes. One tear.
There you go.
The elevator goes up, and you find yourself on the second floor.
Rip.
Up again.
It click button doesn't take you anywhere.
Why not?
It's just a little freight elevator. It doesn't really go much, but you got yourself upstairs.
It's not just gonna rise up into the sky.
My bad.
the
Would
window
I know
house.
where the stairs to get upstairs are?
I lied. Rewind. You press the up button again. You start to go up again. You see from the tip, not light, but like the wind and rush of air as you come out the top of Loam Hall on the roof. I need you to roll initiative, please.
Would I know where the stairs are to get up there?
There are no stairs to the roof.
Well, to the second floor.
Oh, rip.
Not everybody roll initiative. Just Greer.
Oh.
I just need to see.
Can I do something real quick before anything happens?
Sure.
Flip the switch back off.
You get to the top and flip the switch off? Okay. You get to the top, flip the switch off. You are sitting at the roof, at the dead of night. Massive thunderstorm happening simultaneously. You are alone in a locked elevator.
Wait, why is it locked?
Ooh.
Because the door's shut. You
So I
shut.
open it.
Okay, you open the door. A flash of movement comes at you from the side. You feel a searing pain as a full-on dagger stabs you in your abdomen.
Oh.
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 You take 15 points of piercing damage as a masked shadowy figure comes out and just like rams a knife into your stomach.
Perception.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Rip.
Let's see what this guy looks like.
Bleed damage.
Oh my
What
god!
the fuck?
What does it look like? I want his name, his birthday, his mama's
How many nat 20s is this?
Like 3.
Jesus. Insane.
Give it to me, baby. Come on.
Not weighted dice, I swear to God.
I will ask you this.
Weighted dice online.
Are you trying to just like see what they look like?
Is there bunny ears?
Or you do not see bunny ears. No.
I see bunny feet.
Do you see a long kind of slender figure who kind of is probably in like some sort of coat or something? So the reason that you wouldn't see ears is because they would be tucked into the hood. Some sort of shadowy figure rushes forward of you, stabs you in the gut. You may like attack back if you'd like.
Yeah. I'm gonna
He's
wait
still
for-
conscious after 15 damage?
Yeah.
My stats, and I'm like, what?
Hold
You even put a lot of points into con.
Oh, God.
Tell you this: if that bitch
Um,
stabbed me, I'd be on death's door.
As for you, Godfrey, you know that the elevator like doesn't go to a second story of Loam Hall. It takes you up into this like tower kind of thing. It's like it pokes out of the ground, kind of not like a smoke. Think of a smokestack, sort of, but there's no second story of of the house, the manor that is Loam Hall. So you would know that the only place for the elevator to go would be the first floor. I guess the first floor, not the second floor. If you guys are on the ground floor, it'd be the first floor. So the first floor or the roof, like the tower that takes you up into like where the rain and shit is.
Right. But like I know how to get up to where the first stop on the elevator is, right?
Yeah, it's the main stairs. You just walk up the main stairs and it opens at the end of the hallway.
Mr. Cross, follow me. I know where the elevator lets out,
I will be following him.
and we're going up to
showing me
where
Greer went.
we're going up to where the elevator lets out.
All right, you guys move to the first floor. You are like
I'm
kind
wiping
of
tears from my eyes.
from
That's how
the-
hard I'm
You guys
laughing.
are like where the rooms and things are, where all of these like bedrooms and stuff are on the first floor. You see the shaft where the elevator would go. There is no elevator there.
Jinkies.
But this is where it lets out.
Well, you like I said,
It's-
you know that this is the first floor, but you also know that it goes up into like the tower that's on the roof. Like, there's no second story of Loam Hall. Like, there's not like another story of
Oh.
rooms and stuff. It just goes straight up to the roof and whatnot.
Is there a button to call the elevator?
Yes.
I'm gonna push it.
Okay, you click
Oh.
the button. Crazy. Cool. What did you get for your check?
My check. What check?
So are you you're just like I said, so he stabs you.
Right,
You
I
got
need
it
to
for
ask you a question.
Are you yeah.
This stuff right here. Read this.
Sure. Do.
Oh. Crazy weather, am I right?
You just roll.
All this
Real
rain
crazy.
What happened?
keeps raining.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit?
So I just roll like a punch attack.
Yep.
This.
Mhm.
3 times.
You're doing a full flurry?
Oh my. Rip
What?
to Greer.
Fuck you mean rip to good? That's a 23. That's a fucking hit.
She can hit him all she wants. She's still gonna die next turn.
Yeah.
Nah.
You can kind
Don't
of
be
like
fun.
you see that like that like accordion style door opens, and like as you step out, the figure rushes you. First off, like the elevator's not quiet, right? So they heard whoever it was heard the elevator coming up. Secondly, like they probably were hiding somewhere on the roof when the door opened, rushed you, stabbed you. So you can always go back in the elevator if you want. Like just as like a heads up.
My punch, grapple, and then
Wait.
jump into the elevator.
You can. I am going to do something right. Okay. So which punch are you doing, or you're just gonna try and grapple them?
I just want to try and grapple him.
Okay. You understand that they get a turn after this, right? I'm just telling you how it is, like what's about to happen.
Hold on.
Flurry of blows is a full attack.
Right, but
Hold on.
yeah.
Hold on.
There's a reason I typed stunning strike and all caps.
I don't have it.
Ooh.
You're a monk.
There's a
Not
reason
all
I said to
monsters.
jump back in the elevator.
Anyways, long
'Cause-
story short, instead of doing anything with him,
Oh, it's 5th level.
Just think about this. They did 15 bleed damage with a dagger.
okay, I just want to. Can I just go back into the elevator
Yeah.
and flip the switch back on,
Yeah.
and then go back out?
You're staying on the roof.
Yep.
Okay.
But the switch is now on.
Switch is on. The minute you flip it on,
It goes down.
it starts going down because it was being called down.
Right.
It starts going down. They are going to.
While I flip the switch down, splattered a whole bunch of blood on the floor,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go back on the roof.
All right. They're gonna roll an attack on you.
Well, that's not all my movement.
There's not a lot of movement you can go. It's like you're on like essentially like a roof where like just an antenna is.
Okay.
It's
then I'm
not
going
like a
to-
big roof.
I'm gonna stand right at the elevator door and hold on for dear life. And that's it.
There's no door. The elevator just went down.
Yeah, but there's still the like.
It's like an open thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold on to the walls,
Okay.
just like standing there
With your back to them?
with my back to the elevator.
Okay. All right. What is your armor class?
Just roll.
Goodbye.
Swashbuckler. So. You take another 7 points of damage.
Is this like going in my thingy? Because I have to do math right now then.
You took 7 the first time. You took 11 the next time.
Cool, I'm dead by 1.
You're down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're just unconscious. You back up into the elevator, the elevator door. Immediately, mass figure who's like pulled the blade out from you. You just see gives a smile and just you actually hear them say, you hear, Detective Greer, what a pleasant surprise. Stabs you right in the gut, pulls the blade out, and like, as you lose consciousness, foot under your chest, kicks you down the elevator shaft. Elevator stops on the second or on the first floor. Like the elevator comes back down.
Didn't we? Okay, first floor is
stops on
in
the
we are
second
not
floor.
ground floor, right?
On the floor you're on.
All right.
The elevator comes down. The gate is like not closed all the way, so when the door, like when it stops, it like is like bouncing, like
blood
open and
all
close,
over it?
and there's blood all over the ground.
Do we hear the thud?
The elevator comes down.
She must have gone up, but there's nothing up there.
But
That's what I'm saying.
did the
Cross.
elevator move when she hit it?
All I said was that the elevator has come back to the first floor,
And there's blood in it!
and there's blood in it.
Cross is going to clamber into the elevator and go up to the roof.
Bam!
I'm gonna follow him.
Body hits the top as you see the like literal blood coming from the top grate is like seeping down from the grate. As there is an unconscious, heavily like mortally wounded Sergeant Greer at the top of like on the top of it.
Oh God, I'm not a doctor.
Is there
Immediately,
anything before?
where's the blood coming from? Can I just do medicine checks? Can I try and stabilize
Give me
Greer?
a well. You're
I
not
was
gonna
gonna say I want a heal check.
Listen, you gotta get the body first, because they're on top of the elevator. They're on the like
Oh.
on the other side, like out of the service door at the top of it, on like the that like little roof on the.
So I heard the massive thud onto the elevator. Can I
Oh
open
yeah,
the
like
service
the elevator
door?
like bounced for a second, like from all the weight, it just kind of bounced.
While I was gripping the wall, or the whatever I was gripping, my fingers were hiding. That's why I was gripping it. They're just pointing up.
Okay.
They're just pointing up, investigator!
Well, maybe not, but you know. Okay.
You think you can hold your fingers up while you're unconscious?
Yes!
I don't think that's how that works.
Shut up!
Yeah, that's definitely not how that works.
Sometimes it is.
Just go up the fucking elevator!
Have I gotten to Greer yet? Can I open the
you
service
open up
door?
you open up the service door. You're supposed to pull this like unconscious kangaroo in through the door. No perception check really needed. I think I had you roll. Yeah, no perception check needed. The gut is just slashed open. It like not slashed, but taken 2 deep stabs into the stomach.
Can I try and stabilize Greer?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
Me too.
Yeah, not me.
This is not my forte.
Oh, you got
did a damn
Cross,
good job.
Cross, you pull your companion into through the grate, fully unconscious, bleeding and bleeding bad. Like the fact that there's like liquid, liquid blood running through the grate.
As opposed to what?
Like, so you know when your like blood coagulates when it's outside of the body,
Not in seconds.
but when there's enough blood to where it's literally like making a stream and dripping through a grate. That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
which is what I'm trying to get at. There is a obscene amount of blood. Whoever stabbed them, like, was aiming to kill. But you see that there's 2 major gashes. You get to work immediately, filling it up with, like, you know, clothing and, like, you see that, like, Guilfoyle has one of, like, full horror, has one of the maids run off to grab a bunch of gauze and stuff. You start, like, stuffing it into the wound and whatnot, to stop the bleeding, and it does eventually stop. But Greer does not look good.
I thought we were on the first floor away from him.
You understand? Okay, Guilfoyle knows the house just like you know the house. If you guys are running upstairs and someone just took off in the elevator, Guilfoyle is going to go up to the first floor as well.
Who cares about Guilfoyle? Go up the damn roof!
Yeah. Cross is gonna look over at the staff and just go, "I'm leaving Greer in your care," and just press the up button on the elevator.
I
All
also
right.
wanted to be clear that I
I'm
didn't
still with
go
him.
up the steps.
Okay, you're still downstairs?
Yeah.
All right. Cross, you press the button. Go ahead.
While the elevator's going up, I'm just gonna work my tie, just untie it, start wrapping it around my fists, ready for a brawl. And I would like to ready an action. If I get attacked, I would like to attack first.
Sounds good. So if you get attacked, you want to make an attack. All right, you want to go ahead and
Yes.
attack first. Sounds good. You head up. Go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
Before we finish going up, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to do my best to make his scarf look like a full-on boxing glove. Like, make it look like he's ready to fight.
Yeah, you see that, like, Cross takes his tie off, wraps it around his hand, and you take a second, like, take his fist, moves the tie around to cover the entirety of the knuckle, fully covering his hand. Instead of like a hand wrap, it now looks like more of like a glove.
No. You're misunderstanding. I don't wrap it around my hand like a hand wrap. I wrap it around like kind of like a hand wrap, but I wrap it between both hands so that I can like work blades
like a
and
garrote.
shit.
Yeah, like a garrote. Okay.
Yes.
Sick. Door opens. So you guys get to the top. The door is still not closed, so it's like bouncing, kind of open and close. It is ajar. Yes.
You said I needed a attack roll, right?
Yes. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
What would it be? You said this was a dex improvised weapon, and I have tavern brawler, so it's plus my proficiency plus my dex, right?
Yeah, and I would say that it's technically an improvised weapon, so I can't make it your hand. So I guess the next lowest would be like a D4.
Can I change it? Can I change my ready to action from attack to disarm?
Sure. You can change it to disarm. So what you're gonna do is on your turn, you guys are gonna roll opposed athletics on your turn.
Okay.
Is that still something you want to do?
If that's my ready to action, then yes.
All right. The door opens. Go ahead and roll your athletics check.
It's an athletics.
That's a disarm.
Can I change it to a dex check?
Nope. I just told you it was opposed athletics.
Valid. Hey, that's not the number I want to see on the die.
You see absolutely nothing but darkness as you get to the top of the roof. You and Godfrey, who are sitting in the elevator, Godfrey, you're in the elevator as well, or you're outside on the first floor?
I'm in the elevator.
All right. You're in the elevator. You get to the top of the roof. Absolute pitch black nothingness, but just the rain. You see nothing, hear nothing but the patter of rainfall hitting the stonework of the roof. Lightning strikes, bright flash of light. You see for a brief moment a figure sweeping out, a dexterous figure sweeping out from the darkness, lunging at you with the blade. You pull your hand out to try to catch the blade. Dexterous figure reaches in, clocks you, trying to catch his hand, rears back, its other hand pulls up. You hear the loud ringing of a gunshot. Boom! Through the darkness, a bright flash of like bright yellow light. As you watch his Cross takes a shot to the chest, slams into the back of the elevator. Cross, you take 12 points of damage as you
Ow.
are shot in the chest.
Less than a knife.
Because it's using sneak attack on the knife. Oh, it's a swashbuckler. Technically, it does still have sneak attack.
Sorry.
You take 18 points of damage.
I am down.
Cross, a shot comes out, bam, rings, loud, the loud whisk, that loud whee winging sound hits your ears as a loud concussive blast goes off in a short enclosed area. You slam into the back of the elevator, bam, slide to the ground, massive hole in the chest. Jeeves, it is just you and this figure who is currently putting the pistol away, pulling out its blade, and like clocks you, sees you.
How much of him can I see?
He is black in a black night.
Can I make a perception to see if I hear that gunshot?
Oh, sure, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh, no.
Surprisingly, you just hear the crack of thunder.
All right, I'm gonna go get a banana.
Good
luck.
Good luck. You walk into the kitchen. People are like pulling out fruit and stuff and like the groceries for the party. Maids and cooks and stuff who are trying to make refreshments with their hands shaking. They're rattled. What do you want to do, Jeeves?
So, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna say, "Aren't you glad you got him?" And then use hideous laughter.
Ooh. Okay. What is your spell save?
Wisdom DC 13.
13. You see the figure looks at you. Again, you can see the kind of, it's not a silhouette, but like where the rain is hitting the like what is that, nylon? What's that material on raincoats that like is like that surface that keeps water from sticking to it? Yeah. When the water hits it, the little bit of light that is out of there that is reflecting off that light, so you can see kind of like the shape of him, stares at you, and you see it is currently spinning the chamber to the next shot of the revolver. Points it right at your chest.
Oh no! It did. Fuck.
You still have a bonus action.
I'm gonna hit the button to go down.
You click the button to go down. He is going to make a shot here. He's gonna make another shot on attack here.
Oh no, my AC is shit.
Oh my god, you're just leaving him up there, huh?
He's in the elevator.
Oh.
Like, Cross is in the elevator.
Till he's not.
Interesting.
He couldn't have reached for the knife if he was in the elevator still. Unless the other guy's in the elevator.
Points the gun.
Everybody's in the elevator.
Points the gun at you. Shot
Makes
rings
sense,
off. You hear the bullet. Boom! Ricochets from inside. Not really that many times. It's not a a whole ass shonen jump in here. It just shoots back off. You see it comes back out, hits the figure. There is a loud crunching sound, like the sound of like something piercing like a shell or of some kind. Like a loud crunch as the figure holds onto the wound as the elevator dips down.
Rolled a nat 1.
Oh man, fuck. Now I want to go tie him up with a fucking tie and handcuff him.
Elevator comes back down to the first floor. You to a bunch of worried guests who see now not only one injured person but 3 injured people.
Wait, is this all the way at the bottom or just the first
No, this
floor?
is the first floor. So this is this is upstairs.
And who's all up there?
So Greer came down too in the elevator?
Yeah, Greer. Oh, was Greer always in the elevator? Or did they like roll you out?
No, we pulled her out.
Okay, so then 2 people come down injured. One of them is unconscious.
So Greer did it.
You guys see
Rip.
Guilfoyle. By the heavens! He goes, medic, medic. We need he goes, immediate medics. As you see people are running around trying to get like.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And more gauze and more.
I'm on
to
it.
keep you from. Jack West coming in from the back, pushing his way through all the help staff.
Oh,
Oh no, you're good. Who are you You're using that on Cross, I assume?
the unconscious person.
Cool.
The person who looks more hurt, which I'm guessing is the person who's not even standing.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me roll
I-
me a D8 plus your.
Can I raise the question real quick?
What's up?
So I technically just took my entire full health bar in one hit, plus excess.
Oh.
Am I just one shot?
Are you in excess past your
It
con
would
score?
have to be double your health. So you'd have to be you would have
Okay.
to take 17 and then an additional 17. So you'd have to take what 34 damage in one shot,
Oh yeah,
and that would have killed you.
yeah, I got.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah. Wes, go ahead and roll a D8 and then add your spellcasting modifier, which is what, wisdom?
Oh, it's one. Yeah, it's wisdom,
Yeah. So
which
it's
is
D8.
just it's a +3. Can I just roll the D8 and we can do the +3 in our head?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how to do that.
All good.
Oh!
Full heal. 11 health as you see Wes pushes his way. Giant longhorn, Texas longhorn, massive horns of these little mice and stuff as he's just pushing his way through, coming through.
pull my
taking the
pocket
jacket
Bible
off.
out.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you pull your way through, take your jacket off and whatnot. Undo the first couple of buttons of your shirt, leaning down, start like taking the gauze, like, and just going straight like field medic on these people. Cross, you come back to consciousness as you see that you are fully prone on the ground with Jack West, who is like who's currently trying to like get you stitched up.
Oh, this pain.
That is the correct answer.
Had a hell of a ride on that elevator, huh, boy? Or I guess I wouldn't call you boy, but well, buddy.
And I just be sitting in the corner holding my head like, what the fuck just happened?
For sure. You see that Godfrey is over in the corner. You see like not like in the fetal position, but like sitting over in the corner, just in his eyes, just like there's a like something is up there, and it is mad. Like
Is Gilfrey here? Whoever the head butler is.
Yes, Guilfoyle is here. In a mad dash. Just giving out orders to all of the different staff who are currently trying to bring you guys gauze and different other medical stuff. To stop the bleeding.
I'm gonna look at him. We've called Scotland Yard, correct?
He goes, yes. I have phoned the constabulary. They are on their way. But with the flooding, I'm sure it's difficult. But he goes, I am in agreement. They could not be here sooner. You guys are pulled out of the elevator. Guilfoyle takes the keys back from you. Takes the keys back from you, Greer.
Off my dead body?
Takes them off your unconscious body. From you, sees that you have them.
Fucked up.
Takes it from you. You guys are ushered into some of the bedrooms where those of you who are bleeding real bad, like Greer, Cross, you guys are set down, treated. Sheets are stained and bloodied. They gotta like change the linens for you for like 2-3 times over. And Edgar is getting a banana.
Oh yeah.
You.
Oh yeah.
This
I-
will be remembered.
Still getting a banana.
Am I conscious enough to have a conversation with the head butler as I'm being worked on?
Yes, you can.
I would assume that I'm going to be in that room with them as I've been following him for the last, I don't know how much time.
Yeah, I mean, you're fully mobile. You know, you didn't take any damage from whatever the hell just happened. So you're good to do whatever you want.
After I... Oh, my bad. Don't want to
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, after I cast that spell on Cross, can I make a regular heal check on, Oh, why do I always forget his name? Jeeves?
Yeah, you sure can, but remember, Jeeves is untouched. He's not hurt.
Oh, okay. I thought he looked... Oh, yeah, he's not hurt at all.
He just looks shaken.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's Greer that's also hurt.
Yeah, Greer's fully unconscious. Like, Greer's unconscious, but is stable. Like, they're not bleeding anymore. Cross was the one that you guys had to, like, stop from bleeding this time around. Cross was the one who stopped the bleeding on Greer. Now you guys got to stop the bleeding on Cross, which you did with your heal spell.
Is Greer still up on the porch, or not porch, roof?
No, Greer has come down. Greer was moved to one of the bedrooms, bandaged
okay.
all the way up, and stuff like that.
Should I go try to heal Greer?
Greer has 1 hit point. Since they were given a successful medicine check, they are at 1, but they are unconscious. So.
And I wouldn't really be able to do much other than another medicine check now that I'm looking.
Yep. Edgar.
Wait.
Hey.
Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. Is this not a banana I'm eating?
It's a phallus.
It's just a dick.
Oh my god. I'm going to send you a message.
Oh, I love messages.
While you send him a message, may I have a conversation with Mr. Guilfoyle?
Am I getting this message on Discord or
Discord, yes.
Discord or Discord? What about that cord?
Cord or this cord?
The cord over there?
The cord over
Yeah,
there,
before
Discord
I
over
send
here.
that, what is it you want to say to Guilfoyle?
As much as I would love to say that this absolves everyone in the House of Guilt, it is still very possible somebody here helped whoever shot me on the roof. Keep the doors locked. Only open them for Scotland Yard. I hope at the very least that the bullet holes in my chest are enough to convince you I am not guilty. And with that, I will pass out from the pain.
Just like final words, pass out. You see that Guilfoyle says, right, Detective West? Like, just immediately just like passes it to you.
I'm just
And
gonna
you
point
wanted
at
to blame
Jeeves.
them.
I'm just gonna throw. How I've been pointing fingers at people. I'm gonna point my finger at Jeeves and be like, "Well, you're the only one that's not shot or stabbed, who decided to go outside in the lockdown." That's not my voice, though.
Go look at the bullet hole in the elevator that was next to my head. As I'm like, still like, freak the fuck out. Like, he fucking shot at me too.
I'm guessing it's like a dent because he said it like bounced. So is there a dent, Sully?
Yes, it is a dent.
It's a Harvey dent.
Okay.
You think
Maybe that was
think I
Cross trying to defend himself against you.
Cross doesn't carry a gun, you imbecile?
Whatever gun he got shot with was there somewhere.
Well, it wasn't Cross's. I tried to At first, I thought it was Cottonbottom that shot him, so I tried to make him laugh so I could tie him up, but I couldn't.
You-
He looked at me
That
as he spun his gun and he fired at me.
well, son, that's a strategy I can say I've never used when being attacked. You said you tried to make him laugh?
Oh, that's good.
What else was I supposed to do? I don't have any weapons on me. Should I try and
Anything
grab
else?
My new friend was just shot. I didn't know what else to do.
Oh my
God!
My new friend. Not
I'm
my
just
new
laughing.
friend.
I'm just laughing.
I can't even.
He pulled a gun out on you, and you tried to make him laugh.
I could say that's something I ain't never tried.
Did it work? No, it didn't work. Oh yeah, that's usually what happens.
Good thing he missed.
I would have been dead.
Yeah.
It's how
I've
bullets
been on
work.
Well-
death door before. I
Well,
don't
to
want to
be
be there
fair,
again.
to be fair, he didn't miss Cross, and Cross ain't dead.
Like I
he
said,
just looks real bad.
There's a
Like-
hole next to my head right there.
He just looks terrible.
Cross got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing.
Many men.
Yes.
Yes.
Edgar, did you read the message I sent you?
I didn't even. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's good. So, wait. Oh, in character. Wait a minute. I'm gonna look at the butler. Is there any other way off of that roof?
I'm not sure. I don't. I've never been into the tower.
No.
So, he's stuck up there, and the only way down is this here elevator? I think our jobs just got a little easier.
He could always jump to his death.
You see that Gilfoyle goes. Well, if that's the case, Detective West, I applaud your detectiveship. That makes a lot of sense.
I replied, Solomon.
Okay.
Now the question is, do we want to wait for him to come down, or do we keep sending people up to get shot?
Oh. Hell, some choices right there, I guess.
Did anybody here carry a weapon?
I was gonna say, are there
Anybody here got a
any
glizzy?
shields around?
I'm gonna pull my little pocket Bible out of my inside of my coat and just be like, "This is the only thing I got for protection."
It's the only weapon I need.
Jesus.
The Lord.
Is there a suit of armor anywhere around the house?
Just like a regular ass suit of armor.
Well,
He's gonna
yeah, you
squeeze
said it,
himself into a decorative suit.
I mean, it's metal.
That doesn't mean it's good. Like.
You're not gonna be able to like bend his arms right and shit. It doesn't even fit right. It's like made for somebody who's a different animal.
You know what?
Is
You know
there
what?
one?
Maybe like a rhino.
Jeeves. High or low?
Hi.
High? Go ahead and.
Imagining it's like a set of armor for a dog, so like he puts it on and the knees bend backwards, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" That's not.
Alright.
My knees don't go that way.
They do now.
Jeeves. Jeeves, high is good or high is bad?
Hi is good.
High is good. There is a suit of armor in the hallway.
What the fuck?
That is high.
Mr. West, how
Yes?
about I put on that suit of armor? We get somebody to load a gun, have it ready behind me, and shoot him down.
You want to test the gun on the armor first to make sure the armor can even withstand a gunshot? In case
already
you
quit
get
my-
shot?
I already quit my job. My new boss almost just died. Or, I'm sorry, my new friend almost just died. I kind of don't care. I want this son of a bitch dead.
This just got dark real quick.
Don Toretto?
I want this son of a
We got
bitch dead.
family. You still
Yeah.
got family, son.
You still got family. Edgar, are you following stealthily?
Well, yeah, like, it's not gonna be like, I'm not like tiptoeing down the hallway, but I'm just like, eat my banana, looking at paintings, heading the
Okay.
same
Okay,
somewhat direction.
So in this case, roll me a deception check, please. You see this. You see them go into a room that looks like some kind of library.
Me and Jeeves.
Is the door still open?
Yeah.
Do I still see them in the library? Or do they like
Mhm.
turn the corner?
You see them. So you're inside. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, I ain't good at though. But I am today.
Ooh. Yeah, you see that this like it is a library. You also see a number of other like busts in the library. You rolled a deception, so they didn't really notice you. They're gonna go ahead and roll perception now. Yep. You see they turn and they go, "Hello, Mr. Undergrove." Like,
would I know who this is?
I didn't see you there. Yeah, this is Mrs. Crumb. She's a little like another one of the mousemaids. Like a little bit. She's like I say a little bit. She's a lot older than the other maids, but not like.
Are all the maids mice?
Yes.
I'm so confused.
Hello, Mrs. Crumb. What
You see, she
doing?
goes. Oh, she goes. I gotta put the bust in the library.
The what? The library.
What bus is that?
She goes, this one, it seems it's seen a bit of a chip. And it's the bust from the study of Barcus Aurelius.
Oh, Mrs. Crumb, are you aware you're contaminating a crime scene?
She says, no.
Okay, Mrs.
He's
Crumb.
honest about it.
Where are you gonna put it?
She goes, well, I was gonna put it in the library.
With all the other buses?
You see, she goes, yeah, belongs in the library. Even the squire puts it down here.
I never have seen all the other buses. You mind showing me if I just tag along with you?
She goes, I suppose you couldn't do no harm. You see, she
Yeah,
starts to
and
show
then
you-
like I'll even be like, I'll even carry it for you.
She goes, well, that's mighty kind of you, Mr. Undergrove. And you see, you just like one hand palm this like chipped to hell bust. Fuck you guys.
Can
for
I look
destroying my
at,
goddamn
like-
bust.
I guess I already know what this thing looks like. now. Is it just her and I in here?
West, real quick. West, did you share the information about the date on a?
I shared that the date and everything was. I shared everything about the bus that was wrong. The only thing I didn't share with anybody was the thing that I found on the body. Other than that, I've shared every information. I'm pretty sure that I've found. Well, other than when I inspected the wound for the first time, because Cross inspected it and found the same thing and then told everybody, so I didn't have to.
Okay. Heard. You see that while she's showing you around the library, there is a desk in here, kind of like a little like reading desk in here, with a stack of books, but there's only like one of them on actually before you do that, can you give me just like a raw intelligence check? Just roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier. Alrighty. Cool.
Also, is it just her and I in here?
Yep. Why?
I was just wondering.
You were just wondering, huh?
Because he's the killer, and now she's dead. No.
How do we want to play this? Okay, yeah, she just kind of shows you around the library. There's like the desk that's over on the side there. You see that there are other busts in the room. Such as Barcus Aurelius. You see, you guys are going to hate this. All right. Podius the Peaceful, Paugustus the Wise, Rompy the Brave, and then obviously the wow, I can't remember the fucking guy I was just talking about.
Rompus?
No. Oh my god, I just blanked so hard. The bus that she brought in here. So there's Gralius Caesar the Great, Podius the Peaceful, Paugustus the Wise, Rompy the Brave, and what is the last one? What's the bust on the table?
I don't remember his name.
The fucking dude who died?
Barcus Aurelius. You guys are terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Those are the other busts that are in the library. Just like these conquerors, just these great like conquerors from across time.
So wait, are you waiting for me to act, or am I
Yeah,
just following her?
You asked what else was in the library. That's other than like a bunch of books. There's like just those busts.
Oh. Can I do a check to see what I know about the relation between them and the bust that I'm holding?
Sure. In what manner would you like to look?
Relationship, like related, or maybe like even like I don't know, hand me down, like I don't know, something that relates this manner to them, or him to them.
Okay. I said go ahead and give me either a insight check, give me a history check.
I'll do history.
Oh god. All right, I gotta honor the natural 20. Here comes another message.
Oh boy, I do like me some messages.
So there's your message. With all of that, you would also know he likely keeps some kind of record pertaining to the busts in his desk at the on his desk at the study or in the study.
So they have a record, you said?
Yeah, so did you read? You read the?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay, so it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that is like your area of expertise, legitimately, and that's your whole thing, that's your whole shtick. It almost doesn't make sense. It's a truly like an impossibility. Like there's no way he would be able to get the date wrong. And he has.
Where am I seeing the date?
The date is on the base of the bust that you're currently holding of Barcus Aurelius. The date's wrong.
And that's the incorrect one?
That's the incorrect one.
And you said he does have records of all the correct ones?
Wait, look, listen closely. It's like a collector, and think of like if somebody collects Pokemon cards, right? If that is your passion, if that's like something that you know in and out, right? There's no way you'd get something wrong as easy as like the date of your favorite emperor. If you were a Pokemon, if you collect Pokemon cards, there's no way you'd be like Pikachu's a water type. That's not a incorrection that you could possibly get wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, do I have to check the records to know this, or do I just know this?
With a natural 20, you would know this.
Okay,
It's like
alright.
it's a mixture of like insight. So, what is the relationship he has to these busts? These are idols to him. He idolizes these guys. These are all their philosophies and how they like their ideals are things that he treasures. And because he spends so much of his downtime, studying the ways of peace and pride, the way that they would do those things, it's like I said, it doesn't make sense that he would get something as easy as the date wrong. Maybe one of their like twice removed, recently divorced, late husbands he might get wrong, but not the date of when they ruled.
Got it. All right. I discussed that with the mouse.
Okay.
You like actually I asked her, I go, hey, you by chance know what date? And then like, would I know what this person did that like made this bus like for that on that date? Would I know that?
Can you be more specific? I don't know what you're
Like-
asking.
Well, the date that's on there.
Yes.
Would I know what happened on that date?
The significance of the date?
Yeah.
No, not. I would say go ahead and roll me a history check.
You want another nat 20, huh? Alright. I'll give it to you.
Dude,
Oh,
if that was a
damn.
natural 20, we would have had problems.
We would have had problems.
We had had problems. I will say this. You don't know what it would be necessarily. I would say this, though. At a quick glance, because I did have you roll a history check. This is wrong by, like, a lot. Like, close to 500 years a lot.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry,
don't
not
know what
500 years.
happened.
It's so the date says the date on the bust reads 1500, right? And you know for a fact 1500 is wrong. That's just not the day that's not the date of Barcus Aurelius's that's not his like where he that's not when he ruled, that's not when he started ruling. That's not right. Again, a thing that he shouldn't get wrong. It's like again the wrong date. But you do know it is the wrong date. And it's just not you don't like know what it is at the tip of your tongue. And when I was referring to with the Squire Badger likely has information on what the right date is somewhere. The question is why the date is important. And you're like at the top of your head, you're like, yeah, like a lot of stuff happened in 1500, but like not Barcus Aurelius.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep that as a note. I'm just gonna keep following her then.
Okay. You see that she puts the bust up onto where the spot of Barcus Aurelius is, and like this big old like half circle of a display, and she says, "Well, that's everything in the library." She just walks out.
All right. Can I check the other bust?
Sure.
I want to see if all these dates are right or wrong.
The dates on the other dog emperors, yes, all of the emperors are dogs. Those are all correct.
Now, are they like so? Are they in numerical order?
They are not they're not in numerical order from like earliest to latest or whatever. They're just kind of all mixed around.
Can I put them in numerical order?
You can put them all in numerical order. You put them all in numerical order, and nothing seems to happen. So, do you...
Is there anything else that's like around that
real quick.
Oh no.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have a way to, like, take notes, I guess, is what I'm asking? Like, can you take notes for a second? Like, can you, like, write it down? Like, maybe this will help you see it?
Right, are you asking me, like, me actually?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Yeah.
Edgar? Oh.
You.
I mean, I have the notepad and the character, but you need me to, like, draw something?
Okay. So, from earliest, as of right now, from earliest to latest, the way you have them in order, you have Paudius, Grallius Caesar, Paugustus. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. You have Paudius, Barcus Aurelius, Grallius Caesar, Paugustus, and Rompy. That's the order you have it in, and nothing happens.
All right, can you send me all those names in Discord?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I was like, I'm not even going to try attempting to just ask you to spell all these. But you can send me that while I figure, I mean, do you want to skip to somebody else while I figure this out? Or is this I need to figure this out?
That's kind of up to you, you know? I think that everybody here thinks what I'm thinking, and that is that you might be onto something. You've just kind of stumbled on a puzzle, and I think that everybody's just waiting for you to figure it out.
Is everybody else in the room?
No, they're all upstairs.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you want to, like, see what they're doing while I'm figuring it out, or?
Sure, what's everybody doing?
Recovering
Well,
from
you're
a
sending
bullet
this?
hole in my chest.
I figured. So,
This is all
what I'm
16.
sending you is the current order you have them in.
Are the date the? Oh, I guess all the other dates are. Oh no.
Does anybody have any insight they might want to help with old Sammy boy?
Nope, I'm lost.
The one
I
with
missed
the
the whole
wrong date.
beginning of it, so I don't even know what's going on. I just know there's busts and he's trying to put them in an order.
The numbers not relevant.
I mean,
It's possible. I'm just letting you know that like you told me you wanted to set them in numerical order, right?
Right.
The order I'm sending you is what it is in numerical order. That's them
From
in
left to
numerical
right.
order,
From left to right.
from left to right.
So the numbers are on the.
On the
Like-
busts. They're on the base of the busts.
do you
So
need
what
a
am I
helping
setting
hand
them
here?
on?
So they're like podiums. They're like pedestals.
Okay, so is there anything on the podiums?
No. There's just like a place for them. There's like a light.
To sit.
which-
It's not like a title on them for like each bus.
The title on the busts are like their. So for example, like, you know, one of them is I'll tell you right now, Grallius Caesar, and then it says the Great, right? One of them is Podius, and it says the Peaceful.
What's
But
the
like
other one
that
say?
whole piece is picked up when you pick the bust. It's just like a stone column that they're being set on.
Okay, I just didn't know if like the column also had the name on it, so it was like on the correct spot or something. That's what I
The
was.
numbers.
Can I put the numbers from lowest to highest?
Sure. You put them from lowest highest. Same list you have. So now this time Rompy is first, followed by Paugustus, Grallius Caesar, Barcus Aurelius, Podius. Nothing happens.
All right, let me put Marcus Aurelius first.
You
When I asked that, I meant like, what are the numbers?
well, before you do that, you put Barcus Aurelius first. Who do you put second? Or do you keep them the same, or do you try something else? What are you doing?
No, Marcus Aurelius first. Oh my God. Grallius Caesar second. And then Podius, Augustus, and Rompo.
Okay. Nothing happens. Go ahead and roll me a investigation or an insight check, please.
Do you need a helping hand here?
You're not even there.
You're dead.
Well, I can help from like a line
What-
of thinking
What check am I
standpoint.
doing?
Insight or investigation?
Nope.
Nah, it's weird. But so I can't tell you anything. I will only ask you to remember what you see. Like, remember. So this is a kind of a setting where all of the small details are things that you have to keep in mind. You know.
Right.
So, you know, all of the things that I'm telling you guys that are clues, you know, you got to remember, like write down and stuff like that.
What's all the? Can I get all the other numbers?
Yes.
I was curious of what the actual numbers were. Like, is it a 1? Is it a 5? Like that.
Well, they're
Not
dates.
like what order they're in. I want to know what the dates are.
Yeah. That's what I need.
All right, give me 1 second.
Do you want a hint?
I don't want to hit. You're dead.
You guys can still give each other feedback if you want, even if you're not
Yeah,
there as a character. So you're not gonna
that's
be able
what
to give
I'm
him.
saying.
You're not gonna be able to give him advantage on the checks. But if you,
No, that's
as
not what I'm
Joe,
saying.
want to tell him something what you think it might be,
Yeah.
you can do that.
And I'm asking if he wants that assistance.
Not yet.
Not yet? All right.
No.
I'll give you some more time. I think.
I want these dates first.
I'm really confused.
Give me 1 second. Okay. That would be.
Oh yeah, after we're done with the puzzle, I still want to finish my conversation with Jeeves about him shimmying into that armor.
Well, you can still you can have that conversation. Like I said, I gotta type all these dates. So
You want us to do that now then, while you type the dates?
Yeah, go ahead and do that while I'm checking the dates for you.
I asked you that.
So let me get this straight. Your plan is you want to shimmy into that armor, and you said something about a gun? Who has a gun?
I'm sure there's one here somewhere. And I mean,
Well, I think if I remember right, Greer said that he had a dagger, but I don't remember anybody. I don't remember seeing anybody here with a gun.
Frost, do you have a gun?
I do not have a gun.
Well, this might not work then. We would need someone to be able to stand behind me and jump out after him and hold him down after he shoots at me. That might work.
We're gonna have someone waiting at the bottom of the elevator too, just in case he gets past us somehow.
That is the order. So when you did it from lowest to highest, I actually told you it backwards. So the dates I gave you are based on the list that I sent you, Sam.
Okay. Alright, I might be needing that help sooner than I thought.
You have
Alright,
to
well,
go get stuck in a puzzle. We
I'm
got a killer on the roof.
I'm assuming Greer probably has the best acrobatics, and she would have to be the one to jump over us.
Out of character, I'll be honest. My acrobatics ain't great.
I mean,
He says in character.
Out of character.
Out of character, I am not very fast. Speaking with the southern accent and all.
Mine isn't great. I mean,
Out
I
of
have
character,
a
I
+4
am
to
a
mine.
4.
Yeah, I have a +4 to mine too.
I'm definitely a lot better at hitting stuff than being quick. So you give me like I don't know, something to swing.
Is
Hey, gang, I'm
there
gonna
a
go AFK
spear
for a little
attached
bit.
to the armor?
I'll be back.
I mean, if it's a full suit of armor, I'm assuming there's a spear or a sword on it.
There's like a sword and shield on it, yeah.
Take the sword. But I don't want the gun. Even if somebody has a gun, you give it to someone else. Cause trust me, I ain't practiced my sharpshooting. I'll be missing.
Yeah, same. But yeah, so I hide in the armor. Someone behind me stands at the sword, ready to strike as soon as he shoots, and we take him down. That could work, right? Can I make a heal check to wake Greer up or
Well, it's a
wake up
plan.
Frost?
He's
You don't need to make any kind of heal check. He's just asleep.
I literally. He was at what, -1 HP or something?
He was at 0. So the way that 5th edition works is that there's no negative HP. Once you
Oh,
hit,
yeah.
once you hit 0, you're at 0. You're then taking death saves, and that's what determines if you live or die. The only thing we were determining is like how you die from one shot. What's called excessive damage.
So he has 11 health now.
Yeah, he's got a full 11 health. He's just sleeping.
I'm gonna wake him up. I'm gonna shake him awake. Cross.
Okay.
Cross, wake up.
Cross, wake up. Can you use a glizzy? How your Glock skills?
Wake up, take the strap, we got work.
Is Guilfoyle still in the room?
Guilfoyle was outside the room. He is not good at what's going on in here, so he's standing outside. Because remember, moments ago, he accused Greer of being in cahoots with like whoever the Cottombottom
Right.
or whoever the other murderer is.
I'm gonna poke my head out the door. Yo, we have any guns around here?
We distinctively do not keep firearms within the house.
Can I do an insight to see if he's lying?
Sure. He doesn't think there's guns in the house. If there are, he probably doesn't know about them.
Mm.
See any in the secret passageway, just like hanging up, ready to go.
Remember, like I said, remember this. Even the secret passageway that was in the bookcase has dust in it. So like none of the help probably knew that it was even there.
Well, yeah, I meant us. Like,
Cross, are you awake yet?
He is, and he hates you.
How well can you swing a sword?
JK, he might not be here.
We might not be here.
Joe.
Joe.
well, in the meantime, I'm gonna ask Mr. Guilfoyle, would you mind being the person watching the elevator if we make another trip up to the roof to bring this murderer to justice?
I can certainly try. I just don't believe that. I am in the wheelhouse that if he is indeed stuck in the tower, we should wait for him to inevitably come down, or until the constabulary arrives and thus indicates pursues an arrest.
But if it's Cottombottom, he's gonna jump off that roof and he'll probably make it.
I was very descriptive about the situation of the household, so I requested that they bring much backup when they arrive.
I'm gonna say, you need to trust me as an investigator that we cannot let him on the loose for any more time than he's already been given to stab people. We've already found hidden passageways in the house. For all we know, he's on his way down here now with another hidden passageway to stab you next. Oh, crap.
I understand, but
I mean,
but
I'm
you
standing there.
gotta
It's gonna
understand
help.
where I'm coming from. The Lord of the Manor has been murdered. It is up to us, for what little time that we have left, to maintain a sense of normalcy, a sense of control. And until the constabulary arrives, no offense, Detective West, but this is London, and we are not in the Americas anymore.
How about you trust the detective and stand guard at the elevator door when we make another trip up?
I do trust.
Damn it.
I do trust
Damn
the
it.
detective.
Hold up.
It's you I do not trust, Godfrey.
Okay, we'll stay in the house. Mr. Guilfoyle, will you please watch the elevator while we go look for more clues in the house? Will you trust us for that?
Can you roll me a persuasion with disadvantage, please?
With how do I do the do I just
only
click it before I roll it?
Yeah, because Godfrey rolled an intimidation and nat 1.
Oh.
You see that he goes, I I believe you've all done quite enough. And for what it's worth, while I do thank you, Detective West, I believe that it may be in our best interest to let Scotland Yard take over when they arrive. The body's been desecrated. The study's been completely destroyed. I feel that I may be losing my sense of trust and the like on this situation the longer that you investigate.
We find the killer, and you want to hand him to the other guys.
Scotland Yard is the police. Who else am I to hand him over to?
Aren't there 2 members of the Scotland Yard in your house right now?
He says, there is one, but even still, many of your alibis are shaky at best. And so, while I wish to believe you, I simply can't for lack of better judgment.
Well, there's no way for us to leave through that elevator. You know that. So it's not like we're leaving the house. We're just going to go up and bring him back down and prove to you that we're innocent.
Oh, he goes, I understand, Detective West, but you understand that the longer that you look and pry, the more corrupt the scene becomes. I'm worried for what the outcome may be. Godfrey, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand with advantage, please.
There we go.
It's with advantage. You got to roll a second time.
You don't even need the second roll. You're good.
Yeah, you head over while he's trying to tell West, while he's talking to West, and you yet again pull the keys from Guilfoyle. Oh, poor Guilfoyle. As you do that, and you head off. Edgar, have you an answer for us, good sir? Rip. Sam. Oh, he gone. All right.
That's why he wanted to pass the torch to us.
I guess so.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't have an answer. I do not.
Does anybody want to offer any like 2 cents?
I'll take that advice now.
I don't even think Joe's at the table anymore.
I'm dead.
No, you're not.
1 HP in a hospital bed. Ain't nobody come up to save me. What am I gonna do?
What-
They use medicine checks on you
Out
to
of-
save you. You're fine.
Solomon, out of all these numbers,
nothing
which
else.
Yo,
You're just sleeping. You're just unconscious. You can come
Wait.
back
yo,
at
which
any
one of
time.
these numbers is Barkus?
What's up?
Which one of these numbers is Barkus?
1,500.
Nobody
What
told me
number
what the
should
number.
it be?
Okay, so the date below Podius is 1522. Barcus Aurelius is 1500. Graulius Caesar is 1435. Paugustus is 1400. Rompy is 1361.
Okay, but what number should Barkus number should be?
That is the question, isn't it?
Right. So
Is
that's
that
what.
missing? The damn number? How would any of us know that?
Because I want to put it in order to where the bus should be, not where it was.
Like as if they had the correct dates.
Try a whole bunch.
What's your move, boss?
What do you mean? I'm waiting on your information.
I can't just tell you what the date is.
Well, you said I would know with a nat 20.
Yeah, I told you. It's not that you would know, it's that Squire Badger would know.
He dead.
And if you can't talk to Squire Badger about a
Why haven't you gone to look at the papers on his desk yet?
I literally asked if there was a record system in here, and I kept getting told that the number on the bus was just the number on the
Bro,
bus.
you don't listen.
You're in a library, bro. You're in a library. Open an
I literally
encyclopedia
asked
to
if I could
Barcus
look at the
Aurelius.
records
Like,
for the correct numbers like 3 times, and I kept getting told no.
I can't just tell
Okay,
you. You're
so-
in a mystery setting, broski.
Right, I get that. So let me look for the records. That's what I've been
You
wanting
just keep
to do.
asking me what the bus date is.
Okay.
He's
so let's go to
right.
the records. Go.
Okay, where do you go?
I'm in the library. I'm looking for the record section for where the records for the bus would be.
Isn't it?
For
Okay.
these said
papers on his
people.
desk?
It's so many places. You pull off a book that says you pull off a book, you thumb through like an encyclopedia, and you see the reign of Barcus Aurelius began in 1535, not 1500.
It's only 35 years off.
Yeah,
Not
I know.
500.
I know.
You
I
said
was looking at
off
two
by
different
like
things.
500 years.
I know.
How you expect me to do a mystery solve puzzle when I'm getting information wrong? All right,
You didn't get no wrong information.
bro. 500 years makes a big difference with these numbers you sent me.
I literally said I was wrong. My bad. Let me back up. I said that.
1535. All right. Okay, can I put it in that order? And from, numerical order, with him being at the correct end of it?
Okay. So do you do from smallest to largest or from largest to smallest using the correct date?
Smallest to largest.
Smallest to largest?
Yeah.
You hear a loud. You look around. You put the bust of the last one, and as soon as you put it in, you hear a loud click.
Um,
And then
You hear a click behind the bookcase behind the statue of Barcus Aurelius.
another damn bookcase.
yeah,
What's up with y'all?
I'm okay. If I lift the bust back up, does the bookcase close?
The bookcase didn't open. It just made a clicking sound.
Oh, I thought you said it like
Turn the head.
Okay. Well, can I pull on the bookcase?
Sure. You sort of pull the bookcase. Are you pulling hard?
No. I'm like, is this like a clicking? Like it sounds like it's unlocking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like I try opening it like a door, like sliding it, or like I don't know, fucking.
Okay. You pull on the bookcase and it doesn't open.
Okay. But there's a clicking noise from this direction.
Mhm.
Yes.
You started the process. Do something with the head.
Guess I do something with the head.
Like what?
In the head. She said it.
I know what she said, but I'm trying to figure this out on myself. Okay. I turn the head.
The bookcase as you turn the head, the bookcase opens in like parallel to the head. You see wow, okay. You see a whole other hallway in here, revealing into a room that is a secret study.
I literally, as soon as I see that, I go in and shut the door behind me.
You go in and touch the door. As you shut the door, you can hear the stone grinding as the head of the bust also turns back into its locked position.
Now what I see in here.
You rush in here. This place is dry as a fucking bone. Like, you've broken into a lot of like places before, Like really, it's like it is a room behind a bookcase that's meant to be a secret. So like you're in here very little. So you can see that like dust has accumulated in here. Nothing's been polished, anything like that. Give me a perception check, please.
So bad at these.
Another big old desk, much like the one in the regular study. Big old desk. You have access to all the drawers. All of these drawers are like as you make yourself on a desk. All of these drawers are unlocked, and much like instead of like a metal kind of desk that he has, this one is fully wooden. All of the drawers seem to be real drawers that you can open. But the thing that catches your eye are two things. One is that there is a medal. There's like a ton of like medals and regalia, knickknacks, and things in here, just like private stuff. But you look around in here and see, you see a combat medal in here.
All right. What does it say?
Or
what
it's
does
a
it
medal.
look
It's a medal of
familiar?
valor.
The badger guys?
You look at the name on the medal. It's Colonel Hawkins's.
What?
Hold on. The
You lost
fuck
me.
is that again?
Maybe his-
No.
What? Oh, I have lemonade, bruh.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find a secret study behind the bookcase in the library in Squire Badger's house. You find the secret study, but you find the medal of Colonel Hawkins.
Strange. I'm gonna pocket that.
Y'all just stealing this man's shit now? Okay. Like no,
I'm stealing it back.
you see that it's Colonel Hawkins' medal, which I will say this. Go ahead and give me a history check. What's Edgar? It's a crime is criminal, right? That's your background.
Yeah.
Can you give me a history check with advantage, please?
Oh, okay. I'll just roll it. You want me to re-roll with advantage or just roll another one?
Just roll another one. Okay. And then I just need a raw intelligence check from you. Okay. I would say this. Edgar, you know, especially like working with various amounts of people, what the Medal of Valor is. It's given to wounded war veterans, people who are wounded in a war.
Right.
The problem is this: if this is Hawking, and like you look at the medal, the name that is on it that says Hawkins, like it says like Colonel James Hawkins on it. The writing of Hawkins' name is so small and almost unreadable in the sense that there's no way somebody would be able to read the name on it while looking at the medal at first glance. You probably would see it on somebody's chest and be like, "Oh, a Medal of Valor," and not think twice of it. So it begs the question: why does Squire Badger have it?
Was he stealing it?
Right.
Trying to pawn it off for his own?
And then I think that when you reach that conclusion, you find yourself at when Greer had their hands in Squire Badger's wound and pulled the bullet fragment out. If this is Hawkins' medal, why doesn't Squire Badger have a medal? If he indeed was wounded in the war.
I mean,
Was he
that's a
even
good
in the
question.
And
I don't
that
think
is the right question. Because that's where we're going to end for tonight's session.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Wow. All right.
Alrighty.
Oh my god, this guy's a whole fucking liar. Who cares if he's dead at this point? I want to know what's up with his life.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Damn.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our stream. We love to have you here. Love to see you guys every week. Hope you enjoyed today's session. We do this every week, and that includes next week. So be there or be square. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Or yeah, you know the spiel.
No
whatever.
one's welcome.
No one's welcome. Either way, make sure you're subscribed so you can get it notified whenever we go live. Either way, this has been your Adventures Guide, reminding you that it could always be worse.
Be worse.
Bye. See you next week.